Okay, the light looks nice in the background. Maybe if it was like lighter outside, like this, maybe you'd see the color better. I don't know, because I want you guys to be able to see it, but it only shows how it's reflecting on the wall. Anyways, maybe I need to turn this off. Anyways, it is 7:49 p.m. It is May 7th, 2026, and we're playing Roblox, and I know what you're gonna say. Winter, you said you wouldn't play Roblox unless you had other games to play. Let me change that statement. I will not play Roblox if I don't have any ideas on what to do. I'm just streaming to stream because I haven't streamed in a while. Listen, guys. Listen. Wait. Hold on. I need to join Freddy's server. Hold on. Okay. I'm so sorry, but I have this idea on off. We do not need to hear that bum 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 bum. I have this new idea for stream. First of all, me and Freddy have been in this server for so long that there's nobody else in it. I've been in it for like maybe 6 hours now. Well, I'm like doing other shit, like scrolling on my phone and playing video games while having it run in the background. So this is how much money I've been collecting on the background as I've been preparing for stream. So for this stream, I wanted to try something out. Actually, I need to announce this on Discord first, so people know I'm streaming. Talking about jack shit. Alright, that's my announcement. Hello, Freddy. Welcome. I'm gonna act like we didn't just like talk for a while off stream. Oh my god, it's my first time seeing you all day. So I'm gonna be eating spaghetti on the side and drinking me beverage also. Ew. Oh. Ew. Okay, I'm trying this drink, but I don't think I'm allowed to say what drink it is. I don't think I'm allowed. Maybe I'll tell you guys after. After I'm finished drinking it. Am I the asshole for throwing my sister's cake out the window off stream? Yes! This is what we're going to be doing today. I wanted to try out this new idea, which I kind of already played off of during one stream in late 2025, where we're like doing would you rathers and like hypothetical situations. So I was like, okay. Sure. Because I was like, let me do that again because it was pretty fun just talking to chat and like bouncing off like random like things to talk about. So I'm like, I think, didn't I already add this to my favorites 10 billion times? Anyways, I thought it'd be a good idea to just talk over some Roblox footage like while I'm playing, but like it's a very low-key game, so I could still talk and think while like doing mindless something playing. So yeah, me and Freddy were discussing this off stream. I was like, I think I just want to do a stream where I just chat over like relaxing Roblox Tycoon footage. But But then I'm like, what would I be able to talk about? And one of the things was like, Freddie was like, oh, so like a stream where it's like, am I the asshole stories over like Minecraft parkour? And I'm like, yeah, basically that format. It doesn't have to be am I the asshole Reddit shit. It could be anything. We didn't do it. We're considering doing it right now, but my only problem is finding shit to talk about and finding a good Reddit story. What if we find a shit one that's boring or too inappropriate for stream? Yes, we have been playing. Me and Freddie have been playing this for 5 hours. I swear to God, I was on here and not even like 5 minutes later into playing this game, Freddie joined me. And we've been on this server for so long, it's only us right now. Let me wait for the ad to finish. There's gonna be an ad playing, and then I'm gonna reveal what I'm doing. Oh my God, it's so disgusting. Why does it taste like puke? Oh, really? Nomad's getting into deadlock. It tastes like a mixture of piss and like puke. Maybe because I don't like mango. Alright. So once we get back from the ads, I'm gonna reveal what I'm drinking right now. But you guys can't tell anyone. And I just started drinking it. I turned on stream and I started drinking it. So don't act like I'm acting like this because of my drink. Shut the fuck up. Anyways. So I was thinking, no, the ads are going to start soon. They're going to start in like within the next 30 seconds. So once those play and those finish. Also, I got spaghetti. Frozen spaghetti. But I added my special cheese to the top, mozzarella, and then Italian seasoning. Oh my God, Italian seasoning. Oh, fuck, I love Italian seasoning. That's what I said. See, I told you ads were gonna pop up. So while people are in ads, before I talk about what I'm eating and drinking, I think the first topic I'm gonna start with, because I don't have any direction for this stream. I should have planned this out a bit more. What I want to talk about, first things first, I want to talk about music streaming apps. Because, okay, that sounds boring. I know, if you're not into music. But I can make it interesting. I can get really heated about this. So that's what I'm going to start out with talking about. And then we can move on to Reddit stories from there. Like maybe Reddit unpopular opinions. That could get me heated. That could go for some good content. Oh my God, almost no sauce got to that one noodle. That was such a bland spaghetti noodle. Let me know when you guys are back from ads. Everyone should be coming back anyway though. Like in 10 seconds. Oh, 5 seconds. Welcome back. Welcome back. So Italian seasoning. I want to talk about this. Italian seasoning is so... Why have I not found out about this before? Like, I'm gonna have sauce on my face. Like, my mom makes these like pizza chicken nuggets. She puts red sauce on it, cheese. It's like pizza chicken nuggets. But what makes them taste different with the seasoning, I don't know. You take them out the oven after all the chicken nuggets are heated. Then you put Italian seasoning on it. It makes it taste so much better and different. I don't know how. Like, it makes me feel like I'm actually tasting gourmet chicken nuggets. Gourmet pizza chicken nuggets. I'm like, oh my God. I should have... Like, now I'm putting Italian seasoning on every Italian thing I'm eating. It just makes everything taste so much better. I'm gonna have an 8-pack with how much I'm coughing. Oh, no. Yes, the Italian seasoning, I don't know, it just has this, like, sweet, but, like, green type of taste. Like, minty taste, kind of. I'm like, damn, it makes me feel like I'm so sophisticated eating this shit. Like, it doesn't taste like basic cheese. It tastes like delicious. So I feel like I need to bring Italian seasoning with me anywhere. It's just called Italian seasoning. Put tomatoes, bring out some frozen chicken nuggets, put tomato red sauce, not with the mushrooms, anything, just basic red sauce, basic mozzarella cheese on it, put in the oven, let them heat up, take them out, put Italian seasoning on it. I should have made that before stream, actually, instead of the spaghetti, but I love the spaghetti too. Putting Italian seasoning on cheese, amazing. All right, and now onto my drink. I'm gonna be quiet about this because my parents could probably hear me. My twin brother got me an alcoholic drink in a metal can, and it's supposed to be a mango margarita flavor. It has 12.5 alcohol by volume in it, and it does not taste good. So yes, I'm going to be drinking on stream, and I think I may have to put the Twitch warning for it, but I don't know, because the content classification says if excessive tobacco glorification, any marijuana consumption, legal drug and alcohol induced intoxication. So legal alcohol induced intoxication. So I have to be really intoxicated before the label, right guys? We don't gotta put that on there yet, right guys? Right guys? What about there? I don't know. So I don't know if I should show the can on stream. Like, I was gonna, like, technically I could get around the TOS. First of all, if I don't tell you guys I'm drunk, but I already did that. And then if I just turn it off while I'm taking a sip. But first of all, I don't even like mango anyway, but the alcohol makes it taste worse. Oh, also, what are you talking about? I'm not even like 1/4 of the way through this thing. Oh, look, guys, it says gluten-free. Wow, something that's destroying my liver and it's gluten-free. Thank you. Oh my god, guys. No, I don't like mangoes. Well, I don't know. Mangoes is just like an inferior fruit. Like, there's much better fruits out there. Mango's just like, it's alright. It's tangy. It's a nice type of sweet tangy, but it's not like my favorite. I'm looking at the can right now. I don't know. What about mangoes from India? No, they are not. There is no better fruit than a mango. Oh my god, let's not act like mango is the best fruit in the freaking world. You know what? Maybe I won't become an alcoholic because just like the soapy taste of alcohol is just not good. Like, it does taste like I'm drinking sanitizer. No, it's not. No, it's not. So, however giddy I'm acting right now, this is gonna be nothing compared to like 2 hours into stream. I'm just letting you guys know. Also, one thing you have to do when you drink a bunch of tequila, you have to have a bunch of water on standby. You gotta drink a lot of water so the hangover's like nothing. Cause when I had that margarita and tequila shot on my birthday, I woke up, no headache, no hangover. I felt fine. Even the tipsiness of it all. I was like, I wasn't even like, oh, can't move, I'm slurring my speech. No, bro. I just felt like a good type of sleepy. Like, I just wanted to, but like, it was a fake sleepy because I went into bed and I did not want to fall asleep. I wasn't actually sleepy. It just felt like I was drowsy. The cilantro gene. What? Anyways. But yeah, I'm legally allowed to drink now on Twitch. So it's not against TOS, but I may have to put a content warning on my stream. I want to see something interesting. Oh no. Oh my god. This. Me and Freddie were talking about this. The face tracking. Look at that. It's freaky. Every time Freddy does that, I'm like, wow, this is just strange. And you could do this on mobile. You could do this with any camera. Look at Freddy go. Wow. Very nice, Freddy. Still as creepy as that day. I just realized, do you guys want to enter VC with me? Like, this is supposed to be a discussion stream where we talk about whatever. I think if you guys want, you could join VC with me. But the thing is that I may do it in a locked VC just because if we get really into a conversation, I don't want some random person joining and they're like, what's going on? What are we talking about? Or they like detract from the conversation we're having. I don't know. So, like I said, the first topic of stream I wanted to talk about was streaming platforms. Like Apple Music versus Spotify versus YouTube. Because I was just raving to myself about this off stream to myself. I'm like, no, I need to talk about this on stream. I need to stop talking to the voices. I need to talk about this now. So, No Mouth and Freddy are in VC with me. What are your thoughts about streaming or music streaming platforms, guys? Like, which ones do you use?
I don't do that type of stuff. I only use YouTube Music while I'm at school because I can't use my MP3 files.
I actually love YouTube Music. I like it for like, cause there's just you can listen to like people's YouTube uploads on YouTube Music and you could stream it in the background. I like that. Cause like people have remixes and mashups that they can't officially put on other streaming platforms, so that's why I do like YouTube Music for that. But I do use Apple Music from my family plan, and then I don't use Spotify, and I may low-key be an avid Spotify hater.
I too am an avid Spotify hater.
Oh my god, then we're gonna get along so well, No Mouth.
There's this. I still can't use
Freddy's
it
a Spotify user.
because it won't let me
Continue.
play what I want. It'll play like
Thank
the
you.
first 10 seconds of a song, and then it'll just stop working, or it'll just completely skip songs, and I still have no idea why it does that. So I've just stopped using it altogether. There's also a bunch of other stuff with their like the way they treat their artists
Oh yeah.
and ads they run, yada yada yada.
So
That's
yeah,
my
with,
peeve with it.
with Spotify, they have the free plan, and if you use the free Spotify plan on your mobile device, you can't even use the app. What they basically do is every time you play a song, it plays something completely different or something similar to that song. And it's like unusable on the free plan. You'd have to buy a subscription to actually use it on phone. Now on PC it definitely is different. You can play whatever song you want, but just with a bunch of ads. But it's just, the UI is just bleh. It's just boring, and that's not even like the worst of it. It's just like they have all these features and they're so obsessed with adding features upon features. They have a bunch of like Gen AI features in their app, and it's like, who the fuck cares? Like, I don't like how the free version on mobile is unusable, so you might as well have the subscription. And even if you have the subscription, it's like it's not even a good app to spend your money on a month, because if you get Apple Music and you have like an Apple account with like other Apple applications, you can also buy in that subscription a bundle for like the Apple Games subscription and Apple TV. There's other stuff on there. And then if you have a YouTube Premium subscription, you can use all the YouTube Music features without a paywall, which they're now adding. They're adding ads in the free version of YouTube Music, which sucks. But you also are paying for YouTube Premium for the regular video app. So it's like you're getting more than just one subscription for one single app. When Spotify, they literally only have like the music app. It's not like paying for ad-free videos and stuff. So I just think Spotify is just not worth it at all.
Speak your truth, Winter.
But Freddie, do you use paid Spotify or free Spotify? Cuz Freddie said he uses Spotify. And Freddie said I use, of course, Spotify, and then me and Nomad start hating on it.
I'm sorry, Freddie. No offense to you. I did not see that in chat.
Okay, Freddie. So Freddie uses the free one. Do you use it on mobile or PC or both? Because I think it just does the same thing on iPad, just like it does on iPhone. The website. Oh, so does the website directly play your songs, or does it just play a shuffle?
Yeah, it can do both. I used to use the website.
Ah.
It has the shuffle feature. I haven't used it in a while, but you could shuffle music and you could play whatever playlist that you had.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming the website version is more usable than the app version because I tried.
Yeah,
Yeah, I tried using it and it didn't work.
the app is just a complete mess.
Yeah, and there's still people very stern on saying Spotify's better than Apple Music or any other streaming platform, and I'm like, those people who say that are like stuck in the past because like 5 years ago, Spotify had the most features and was probably the best layout wise, but now Apple Music and YouTube Music they're catching up, and Apple Music basically has all the features minus useless features that Spotify has. So it's not worth it. And I'm not even like a huge Apple Music defender. I'm just like, if you're comparing shit to ass, I'd probably take the clean ass over the dirty shit, you know?
So true. So true.
And then yeah, I think maybe YouTube Music is the best. Like I don't like the UI the most, but honestly, the discovery and the wide variety of music on YouTube Music is so nice. And then there's this one feature I love so much where it's like if you set up a queue with a bunch of random songs, you can make that whole queue into a playlist. And I love that because I'm always making weird setups with my queue, and it always resets whenever I open up the Apple Music app again. And it also does that with YouTube Music, but at least I could save it just in case it refreshes. I really love that feature.
I needed to stop randomly pausing whatever I'm listening to midway through. Like, are you still listening? Yes, I am. I'm just not on the website. Please let me listen to my music in peace.
Does it do that on YouTube Music?
It does for me.
Mm. I've never gotten that, but maybe because I'm under a family YouTube premium plan, so maybe it doesn't have to do that to me. Cause like my dad's paying money for us to watch YouTube and listen to music ad free.
Okay, yeah, it's probably the with your screen off thing, because with YouTube Premium it says ad free, offline, and with your screen off.
So if you have your screen off, that message will pop off or pop up.
Well, no, I just assume it means like you can listen to it without being like actively on the website.
So background play. You don't have access to background play for free, right?
For an extended period of time, because this is like after 30 minutes or so, it'll just stop and then I have to go. It's not really that bad, but it's just so annoying to have to do that while I'm like working on an assignment or something.
Mm. But yeah, I think Freddie, if you don't use YouTube Music, you should try it at least.
I agree.
Me and No Mouth endorse YouTube Music. And there's this like mobile app on your phone that you can have that tracks your music listening, and you could see your
AirPods?
friends. Yes, you could see your friends' YouTube Music activity. Do you have that?
I think I do. I haven't touched it in like a while because I really didn't have anybody else to do it with.
Bro, we should add each other.
Is YouTube Music on it?
That's what sucks. That's like the only popular platform that's not on it. Like they have Spotify, Apple Music. They have like this thing called Deezer. They have SoundCloud. They have Amazon Music, but not YouTube Music.
Deezer before YouTube Music is crazy.
That's what kills me. I think maybe it's compatibility issues. Cause like I don't know if earbuds will detect if you're listening to like a YouTube like remix track. And I don't know if it'll be able to track that, but I literally like added earbuds on Twitter today, and I was like, guys, when you adding YouTube Music, I'm sick and tired of waiting for it. I've been waiting for it for over a year.
I did see that post.
And they didn't respond to me, and they're usually sort of active on Twitter too. So I got really sad. Yes, we are on a podcast right now. This feels very podcasty because we're ranting about shit that we have shit to talk about. But oh my god, maybe I could get more passionate about this because I saw a video of this guy stitching a video of this guy talking about why Apple Music's better than Spotify, and this guy responds by being like, how is Apple Music better than Spotify? Spotify has much more features and blah, blah, blah. A better UI, blah, blah, blah. First of all, no, it doesn't. And then he said, oh, and what features did you say Apple Music has? And the guy said Apple Music has a karaoke feature. And this guy was just so, like, void of joy and whimsy. Because he's like, yeah, because I definitely, in a sarcastic tone, want to listen to my music without words. Like, bitch. This bro has never found out about karaoke in his entire life. Like, what? Who just, like, sits there and just bashes on, like, a feature that's you can not use if you don't want to use? Like, that's most of Spotify's features. Like, you can't be going hard for Spotify when they don't pay their artists as much as they do on music. Like, come on now.
Spotify has got an endless list of useless features. Bro cannot be talking.
Absolutely.
I can't name any of them right now because they're all so forgettable, but there are a ton. Like those mood playlists, actually.
The mood playlist with the AI?
Yes. I have never used a single one of those because they always mix the songs that I'm not actually wanting to listen to with like my regular songs that I listen to, or this was when I used to use it, but it was just like so out of touch, so I just never used them.
Yeah, it's just I know some of the features they have, like apparently Spotify has a better share play feature where you can like attach your account with other people's accounts and you can all listen to the same track in sync. But honestly, as someone who doesn't really like listen to music with other people much, like that is so useless. And then the AI playlist thing where you type in a prompt like, oh, create me a sad but reflective playlist, and they make like songs based off of how you're feeling. Like, that's so useless, and if it's Gen AI, then it's destroying the planet.
Is that? I was talking about something completely different.
Oh.
I'm not logged into Spotify, so I'm not gonna. I was gonna take like a screenshot, but I wasn't logged in, so I'll have to do it somewhere else. Because I forgot my login. So I'll show you later, but they're like these. They have like these playlists pre-made. Like you don't have to do the AI thing, but they're for like specific moods for some reason, and I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
They make them. I don't know a single person that uses them.
Yeah, they have human-made versions of those where, like, Spotify music curators will like create playlists based off like your mood, or like there's like a main character energy playlist, like not just on Spotify, but they also make those in Apple Music. And as someone who doesn't really like to explore new music through that avenue, I don't really find that useful at all. Like, first of all, I'm already picky with what I listen to, and once I start liking an artist, I stick to that artist for months, and I don't really listen to anything else. So it's just very useless to me, at least. I also find the new music discovery on YouTube Music a lot more enjoyable. I actually can't speak for how good it is on Spotify, because people say it's good on there, but I think it's really good on YouTube Music. Apple Music, it's not that good, but YouTube Music, it's really good. Like, they'll play shit. I'm like, oh, yeah, I would definitely listen to this, and I didn't realize I would because I'm not always looking out for it. But like, if you have the autoplay feature on, it'll recommend you good shit and remixes and mashups.
I agree. I quite enjoy the autoplay on YouTube Music. I did not enjoy the autoplay on Spotify. It never could pick out a songs that I actually like. I think they sort of just like look at the songs that other people who enjoy the same artist as you listen to,
Mm,
and then they use those. But I never liked those because I only like specific songs from specific artists or albums, and I didn't like artists' other music, so I didn't really groove with the other fans of the music I listen to.
yeah. I don't know why it's just better on YouTube Music. I mean, I think maybe it's better because YouTube, like the video app recommendation, is already really good at recommending shit that you're probably into. So I feel like just transferring that algorithm to the music app is probably pretty easy. So
And also,
they're already good at the video version, so it's fine. It's like just as easy for the music, maybe.
I was also gonna say they have more information on you than uh, Spotify does because they have your just general entertainment likes
Yes,
and your music likes, and not just your music likes, so they can use that too.
absolutely. Um, like if I watch something Vocaloid related on YouTube, they're probably gonna recommend me Vocaloid music on the music app. So it's really just it's so easy to just get a hang of someone's interest based off of their video watching behavior.
Very true. Very true.
Any other thoughts about music platform shit? Because I don't have anything else planned. That's just something I was really passionate about in the moment.
Yes, I
Oh my god, my stomach's hurting. My stomach's already hurting. Fuck. I'm almost done with my spaghetti too. Imagine like you're eating like a meal that you really love and then you're almost done with it and then you gotta really savor your food before it goes away. I hate that. It's literally just frozen spaghetti, but I love it. I mean, I found myself just liking more frozen and cheaply made foods than some gourmet foods. Like if I like grow up with like cheap made frozen foods that my mom like makes me like last minute before school, like if I grow up that if that's what I grew up with my whole life, that's just what I'm going to become attached to even now as an adult if I have money to actually spend on more expensive food. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. Why is my stomach hurting? Like, you guys know, I love Little Caesars. It just has this unique taste that no other pizza places have. Not even the nice pizza restaurants that I would eat at. Like, maybe there's this one other, like, Italian pizza restaurant downtown that I had that I was like, oh, this is almost on par with how good Little Caesars is to me. But if I ever have like thin crust pizza, I hate that shit. Or like some thick crust at like Domino's or whatever. It just doesn't compare to how Little Caesars makes it. Like even like a crappily made Little Caesars pizza at like a 3-star location, it still tastes basically the same, and it tastes good. Like I don't know, like I'd rather eat that over gourmet pizza any day. Like I don't know why I'm so attached to like cheaper made foods. I mean, I already said it, but that's why I love Little Caesars very much. I mean, I feel like I should show it on stream. It's literally mango margarita. Plug. Who did the plug? Margarita made with tequila. Oh, that was Freddy. Triple sec, lime juice, and natural flavors. I'm sorry, but I low-key wish I went to another country with a with a lower drinking age. I could have tried this shit long ago, so I don't have to be trying it now. I've only ever had tequila before my legal age, like a tiny bit of a margarita, and then what else did I have? Like I had like not whiskey, real alcoholic champagne, because we'd get like the virgin alcoholic champagnes from the store for New Year's every year, but apparently one year they were out of stock, so my dad got the family for a New Year's Eve party real champagne, and I drank like 2 glasses, and I didn't feel any effects, but I was like, oh, this is what real champagne tastes like. I might as well just get the cheap non-alcoholic one. So that's the only alcohol I've ever really tried in my life before now.
Good for you.
Thank you, Norma. Have you ever heard of chocolate candy from Hershey's? I've had Hershey's before, yes.
The brand?
I think that's what he's talking about, because I've been to Hershey Park and I bought a bunch of Hershey candies from there, and obviously it was good. Like, Hershey chocolate isn't chocolate anymore? What do you mean? It's actually horse manure, actually. They're putting it into the bars and they're calling it chocolate. Oh my fuck. They've tricked us once again.
Anyway.
None of their chocolate? None of their candy?
I think Freddy's talking about that. Never mind. I have no clue what Freddy's talking about.
Freddy said that shit is oil. So, Freddy's saying it doesn't taste like chocolate anymore these days. He's saying it tastes like fucking oil. Like, maybe they mixed up their recipe one day, and now the chocolate has never tasted the same.
It just is oil. It doesn't taste like oil. It just is.
Oh, so I don't know if there's like maybe a shortage in chocolate in the world. Maybe that's why they're lessening the chocolate usage. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a reason why they're putting more oil in it now.
I can tell you why. Capitalism.
Capitalism, shrinkage. What is that one shrinkage thing called? Shrinkflation or something like that.
Indeed.
Or it's this theory where as years go on and shit is starting to get more expensive, companies get away with shrinking down the amount of food they put in a package. So like Oreos have less cream in it, and the Hershey bars are just ever so slightly smaller than like 10 years ago. That shit sucks! And then we're paying more for it because taxes and the tariffs. Fuck!
It's a shame what corporate greed causes.
Yeah, and what's the worst about this capitalism cycle is that as companies start paying their workers more and the government increases the minimum wage more, companies start charging more for their products because like, oh, well, they can pay more. And it's just a never-ending cycle, lifting the minimum wage, lifting the price of stuff, because companies are greedy and they can never accept regular people having a suitable living minimum wage. Like, people have to be struggling paycheck to paycheck now to like order basic necessities and stuff because companies are greedy.
Down with the rich.
Down with the rich. I think we should eat the rich. I'm not really into cannibalism, but you know, I'd like to eat a few.
A few? Over like the course of a couple days, or are you just unhinging your jaw?
A few a day. I'm gonna be like having to digest it. And Freddie said, did you know drumstick ice cream isn't legally able to call it ice cream anymore? What the fuck?
I don't know what that means.
Maybe because there's like, either there's like a shrinkage of like materials, or like They genuinely are putting more bullshit in it to save money.
Probably got to do with the dairy content and like, because I'm pretty sure Dairy Queen ice cream also isn't considered ice cream legally because it doesn't meet a certain dairy requirement.
Oh.
Yes.
Food is changing right in front of our eyes, everyone. What No Mouth said. Oh, okay.
Man, I'm so smart.
Also, have you guys heard about this new virus outbreak happening right now? What is that
The
about?
virus.
The Panta? What is it called again?
Penta.
Penta.
Yes.
What? I actually haven't done research about that yet. Do you know anything about it?
It's got like a 40% lethality rate, and it's like hard for humans to catch, but it's sort of like a COVID.
Uh-oh. Wait, do you know the lethality rate for COVID?
I do not. I can search it up though. It's
Um,
30 to 50%, I believe, for
uh,
Henta and
yeah, so basically, I think, yeah, people caught it from that ship, and they're now just being sent home. And now everyone's scared. Well, I think there's less people scared. I think there's a lot of people denying that it's going to turn into a pandemic. They're like, oh, well, it's not going to spread to humans that much, or blah, blah, blah. And that's what people were saying before the COVID outbreak started. So you never actually know. We could go back into a global pandemic.
it's 2% for COVID apparently.
Oh, whoa, so it's increased.
However, I'm not exactly sure what it's the death rates and not the lethality of it.
Oh,
The amount of people that died due to it versus the chance you have of dying from COVID.
but yeah, I don't know. It's only been like 3 years or 4 years since they started letting everyone back out in public with masks. So I mean, it's that pandemic was still pretty new. I don't know how anybody's gonna be able to handle a second one if that happens.
I could
How you gonna handle it?
by doing what I always do.
What do you do? Cough and catch a cold like you do right now?
That's not my fault. I have no clue what's causing me to cough.
What was causing you to cough?
I've got no clue.
Well, if that pentavirus passes around, how are you gonna defend yourself from it? What are you gonna do to stop this global outbreak?
So, first off, I would wear a mask. I'd sanitize my hands. I'd wash them too. I'd wear like a hazmat suit. And it's probably airborne.
Yeah.
But, like,
There's probably people who are just as careful about that during the COVID pandemic and still caught it and died. You know that, right?
yeah, but I'm like built different.
Uh. I just don't know if I could believe that because you caught a cold out of random just recently.
Well, I wasn't out of random. I think I was walking home in the rain.
Oh, well, why the frick would you do that?
Because I'm a mathematical genius.
Well, that wasn't very genius, was it?
It was incredibly so, actually. I saved time by walking home
Yeah, but then
in
you
the
got
rain.
a cold.
Yeah, but the cold is gone, and now it's just the cough, so I'm still a genius.
Well, Freddie said, where I live, some people are still wearing masks. And I don't find that hard to believe at all, because even when, it wasn't like mandated to still have to wear masks in public, people were still wearing them because, I mean, everyone's still very wary of the virus still spreading. Like, it's not spreading on a global scale necessarily anymore, but you know, it still exists, and people who are like are susceptible to easy illness, you know, they're vulnerable to that if people don't wear their masks.
I can attest. A friend of mine still wears their mask.
Yeah, and I think in countries like Japan, it was pretty like not commonplace, but it was like normalized to wear a mask, like whether you're sick or not, like just like on the subways and shit. But I think maybe now it's a bit more normalized worldwide. I mean, besides the weird anti-mask conservatives who will question you, even though you have the right to wear a mask whenever you want.
Very, very true.
Guys, what do we
He's
think?
here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who you gonna call? Psychic friend, Fred Bear.
What do we think about my house so far, guys? I think I like this one a lot more than the first model. Oh, Freddy's already starting to build the second model house right now. I was about to go over there and see and showcase the first one, but Freddy's already building it, so I'll just have to wait. Yeah, me and Freddy were playing this or having this in the background for 6 hours. I wasn't actively playing it, but you know, I wasn't doing anything other than having this run in the background. I was like playing some Project Sakai and
So that's why you had like 60 million stockpiled up?
absolutely, yes. I was playing Project Sakai. I was watching YouTube videos, doom scrolling, and I wish I was doing something productive while having this run in the background. I mean, I did do my laundry, but that's about it. Like, I wish I cleaned my room more. Like, my room is a mess right now. I think my clothes actually should be finished in the washing machine right now. I probably should put them in the dryer. Roblox hates the gays, yeah. Me and Freddy.
It's actually
What?
8 hours now. Or at least from when I saw. Because as soon as I got off school, like around 3 o'clock, I saw you both on the game. And now it's 9 o'clock for me. Or 9:40 for me. So that's like almost 8 hours of just straight tuning.
Freddy, no about since we've been on here for technically almost 8 hours. We can't even track the time correctly. Shit! Freddy said shit! And yes, Roblox does hate the gays because me and Freddy were trying to say like gay, the word gay and lesbian in chat, and they were censoring us. Until I said in chat Roblox is phobic, and then Roblox stopped censoring lesbian. I wonder why? Because they don't want to be homophobic, do they? Checkmate.
No, they just got called out. They're still homophobic. They're just afraid to be canceled.
Yeah. So now we can technically say lesbian in chat without
Thank you for your sacrifice, Winter.
What? What do you mean?
Well, now you're gonna die. Duh.
Why am I dying?
Roblox is gonna get you.
Who's gonna get me?
Roblox. They're gonna get you.
Why are they gonna get me?
You provoke them.
Well, now I don't know how I provoked them. You gotta let me know. What'd I do?
You made them mad.
Like, you're not.
Simple as ABC 1 2 3.
Oh, did I make them mad because I mentioned the gays?
I don't make the rules. Yo, congrats, Freddy.
I could say it too. Oh shit, they censored you once more, Freddy. Hope you get worse, no mouth. Hashtag inconsiderate.
Hashtag I probably will.
Hashtag JK don't die on us.
Hashtag probably will.
Hashtag no, I wasn't being serious. Please stop. Please stay alive.
Hashtag probably will.
Hashtag shut up.
Hashtag probably won't.
Hashtag probably will if you're 6 feet in the ground.
Hashtag I'm gonna haunt you with my ghost.
Hashtag please don't do that. Also, I don't believe in ghosts.
Hashtag well, you're gonna have to start believing.
Hashtag FNAF will never become real.
Hashtag I'm gonna die in a Springlock suit to come back as William Afton, reincarnated without the child killings.
Hashtag number 15. Burger King foot lettuce.
Cough, cough.
Freddie said winter you're gay in chat and that's why he got censored. This is so sad. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
It's 1984 out here.
What? How? Homophobic?
Censorship, duh.
Oh, so
Have you
true.
not read 1984?
No, I am
You're
not.
such a LARPer, Winter.
I'm such a what?
A LARPer, a live action role player.
How am I a LARPer for not reading some?
I mean, I haven't read it either, so that makes me a LARPer, but like, you're the bigger LARPer. I don't make the rules, I just say it how it is.
What is that about?
Oh.
1984.
It's about Big Brother, and he's always watching you.
Big Brother.
Yeah.
Is that where Big Brother comes from?
He's always watching.
Actually, I didn't know that's what Big Brother came from.
That's kind of crazy. Even I knew that, and I'm generally socially ignorant.
Not more ignorant than me.
I guess the term would be culturally ignorant rather than socially ignorant.
Like, my parents are avid watchers of the American Big Brother show, where they literally make people like fight and betray each other for money. Not with swords, but with words. And I used to kind of be into watching it and shit, but now ever since watching Squid Games, I have to be politically woke and be like, making like average low income people fight for money by betraying each other just is cruel, so I can't support that anymore.
It's just like Love Island.
Wait, do they get money? Do they get a big sum of money too?
No, I have no clue. I've never watched it.
I thought
I'm
it
just kind
was.
of reminded of its variants, like the one where quote unquote, and I quote actually, age doesn't matter. And then there's another one where it's an island of all virgins. Man, they gotta stop with these ideas.
I don't know what the premise of Love Island is because I never watched it. I thought it was just a love show, but like elimination kind of sort of. I don't know about there being like a large sum of money.
I'm thinking of Love is Blind.
Oh, silly mix up. I'm looking up what Live Island's about.
Ready?
Love Island. Freddie said Love Island is just people making out. That's what it seems like. That it's just not very entertaining to me as an aromantic person.
That reminded me of that one show, or one slop of a remnants of a show. AI Fruit Love Island.
Yep.
Can you believe that used to be a thing? That was like a couple of months ago. It feels like it was just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Fruit AI Love Island literally rips off allegedly rips off of the storyline from the reality show, and it's like you already steal like assets from other artists by using generative AI, And also, you're also just stealing the storyline from the show. Like, how could you get any less original?
I genuinely don't get the appeal, man.
Okay, I am I'm seeing a description of Love Island. It's basically you have to find a suitable like significant other to pair up with, and the audience gets to vote on the most popular couple, and if you're the least popular couple, then you get eliminated.
That seems dystopian.
Absolutely. Coupling up to avoid being dumped from the island. Wait, why did I look up a non... I put minus AI at the end of my search, and they still gave me AI in my, results. That's
They
so
do do
lame.
that sometimes. It kind of sucks.
What the fuck? Love... Wait, someone said I was on Love Island USA within the first 3 seasons? I was a contestant within the first seasons. I was on it at least halfway through. What? Someone's
Whoa.
anonymously talking about it on Reddit.
Glad to hear that.
Okay,
Hope, hope,
it's an Ask Me Anything Reddit. I was on Love Island USA within the first 3 seasons. Ask Me Anything. I was a contestant in quotes on Love
I believe
Island. Some
ready.
sometime within the first 3 seasons. I was on it at least halfway through. Maybe fully. I don't want anyone to know who I am, so I don't get in trouble with production. Ask me anything. So someone put an Ask Me Anything on Reddit.
Well, did anybody say anything?
So someone asked, "Do you like how you were portrayed on TV?" And they said, "I absolutely hated it. I am still in therapy trying to cover how they edited me and my opinions. I got a lot of hate online and developed a really weird addiction to sniffling gasoline to suppress my appetite to keep up with beauty standards that production pushed on
Oh,
us to uphold after the season."
that is crazy.
"Don't you get high on gasoline?" someone asked, and they said yes. Someone asked, "Did you sign an NDA prior to going in, and if so, how long until it expires and you can talk about your experience openly? Do you Number 2, do you still talk to anyone from your season? Number 3, did you feel a romantic connection with anyone you were coupled up with?" They said, "Yes, I signed an NDA which half expires after the season, but is forever when discussing behind the scenes activity. I talked to one person for my season, and they are very far removed from this world and often forgot about. I didn't feel a romantic connection. I fell madly in love and was basically ignored the second we left the villa. They were very upset we didn't win the money." Ooh. I mean, yeah, that...
So there is money.
Yeah, I guess there is a final sum of money to win for the surviving couple.
That's real dystopian. Kind of sucks that they had to do the gasoline thing.
Yeah, if this is really someone from the show, that sucks. Freddie said we're all just in one Black Mirror episode. That's what sucks
I
with these
really hope
shows.
so. I hope so.
That's what sucks with these shows. It feels like Black Mirror episodes. Like they're exploiting people who want money for like views and like seeing them in distress for entertainment. Like if you really think about it, a lot of reality shows are very like cruel.
There's only one that's not that cruel.
Which one?
It's obviously the Mr. Me show on Mr.
God, fuck no. What?
What do you mean?
How did Freddie know that? Somebody said, "What was the food like?" to this person. And they said, "Basic but not bad. We had caterers off camera for lunch and dinner and could not speak to each other during those meals. I'm allergic to many foods, though, and instead of finding something to eat, they made me
I
eat
do know
pancakes every
somehow.
single night for dinner." That sucks.
I was gonna say Game Changer, but then I changed my mind because I wasn't sure if that was a real show. So I said the Mr. Me show.
Wait, what is Game Changer?
You've never heard of Game Changer, but by Dropout.
Oh yeah, that show. Okay, I was like, is it that one show where they're standing at the
Yeah,
podiums?
there's Sam and Brennan and Vic,
I
and I
do
don't remember anybody else's name.
I do really only know Dropout because I've either seen some shorts recommended to me, or Smosh is on, or like Smosh members are on that show a good bit.
Did you know they were on the Rookie, just like Undertale?
Yes, I did see that pictures of the Dropout being on the Rookie.
And that one other show. Yeah, Brendan Lee Mulligan was on Head,
They were on what?
the Bear show, like the
They were on the Bear?
no Ted, the show
Oh,
with
the
like the
TED
stuffed animal.
show. Yeah, I didn't know they were on that either.
Yeah, that was Brendan Lee Mulligan as the dungeon master in one of the episodes. Believe it. Data bio.
Date bayo. Um, you know what? I think I'll go to like an unpopular opinions Reddit. You know, why not? We'll just spark up a conversation right now. Maybe see something interesting.
What if we see something uninteresting? All those chairs. What chairs? The chairs in the Roblox background?
Oh my god, Freddy, I don't know if you know this, Numbot, but Freddy has his obsession with whatever mansion tycoon game we're playing. Freddy will count all the chairs in every mansion type because he just likes seeing how many, like, cause like when you're building the mansions in Roblox, they make you spawn a lot of chairs, so Freddy likes counting them.
Yay! It's just like that one scene from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
There was there was 114 chairs in the first one, and so far I'm liking the second layout a lot more. It feels very castle-y. Um, and I've only just built the first floor, finished the first floor right now. What's that one subreddit? 9 out of 10 dentists? There's this one subreddit that's something, I don't know if it's the number 9 or the word 9. It's called 9 out of 10 dentists, and it's supposed to be a subreddit that plays off the saying 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this toothpaste. So it's like the one stray dentist that disagrees against a popular opinion. So
9 out of 10 dentists are gay? Man, that's news to me.
so true.
And 114. What a great number. Believe it.
Believe it. Oh, I think it's just called r/10th dentist. Just another unpopular opinion subreddit. Same Reddit rules apply, but go nuts. I like how the banner
Yeah.
shows like Sensodyne toothpaste.
Since everybody says 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 becomes more believable because it's like it's the one you wouldn't expect. You know what I'm saying?
No.
What?
I'm sorry. I was like,
What's so funny?
if somebody watched me in the camera right now, like you were like explaining the 9 out of 10 dentist thing, and I was like nodding agreeingly, like that I was just going on autopilot, and then when you said, "Do you understand what I'm saying?" I was like, "No," because I was just nodding mindlessly. I didn't actually know what you were saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, I don't.
I can't believe you do this to me, Winter. But it's like that saying, you know, black is the new orange. Since like everybody uses 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 becomes the new 9 out of 10.
Oh my. Oh my god, the tequila just dead ass went in my air pipe. Oh my god, that burned.
Probably shouldn't do that.
Oh. Oh. Oh my god, that was awful. So I'm scrolling through this dentist subreddit.
Oh boy.
I
I love
swear.
me it. Yes, this way.
I swear I'm not tipsy yet. I just can't speak.
That's a sign of alcohol intoxication.
No, I'm not yet. Actually, I'm technically almost done with the can. You know what? I'll show it on stream. It's this brand. And
Whoa, free advertisement?
free advertisement. Yes, I'm waiting to get paid. I need to try wine. Because I actually had, what was it? I had a virgin wine. Like, me and my family went to this, like, winery that's been around for, like, a couple centuries. And I had this, like, non-alcoholic wine there, and it tasted so good. I'm like, dude, when I turn 21, I'm going to get into wine. Because this shit tastes so good.
What about Fireball?
Actually, I haven't tried that shit yet.
I've heard it's fire.
Fire, yes.
You know, I personally wouldn't know. Or so I've been told is what I should say.
Sure. Yeah. I'm trying to look through some opinions. Should I just read out the titles and then, like, if we want to, like, pick a specific one to read the description of, then we could do that? Because some of these don't seem interesting, but if, like, a title sticks out to you, I'll just read them off. We could, like, delve into the post. There's one that says double standards exist for a reason. You're not being brave calling them out. There's one that says it's useless for religious and non-religious people to converse about religion. And there's one that says we should let the hantavirus passengers dock. And then there's one that says people who die from putting themselves in stupid situations. They don't finish the thought, but they said, I have zero empathy for people who put themselves in stupid situations and end up dying.
I think that's got to do with the blue button, red button hypothetical that was on Twitter a couple days ago. It's like if you press the blue button and you get more than 50% of people to press it, then everyone lives. But if more than 50% of people press the red button, everyone who pressed the blue button dies. But all the red button pushers live. So which button would you press?
Oh, so it's like a Alice in Borderland thing. They have a game like that in season 2.
Yeah.
See, I gotta use my special interest to my mind. Blah blah blah. But like I remember the blue team ended up winning in that show.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'll point out the people who die from putting themselves in stupid situations. So this post was made in r/10th dentist by u/FZZEY wonk. And they said, I have zero empathy for people who put themselves in ridiculously stupid situations and end up dying because of it. No, this is not victim blaming. I'm talking about people who willingly put themselves in actual danger. I was watching a piece on the Nutty Putty Cave incident where the dude went into an impossibly small cave tunnel and ended up stuck.
Oh, that incident.
It was obviously a horrific situation, but this dude who had a pregnant wife did something so monumentally stupid, ended up dying, even though people spent many hours in resources trying to save him. They ended up closing the cave because they couldn't get his dead body out. I feel bad for his family, but not for him. It is a full-on Darwin Award. So, anybody know about the Darwin theory in here?
The theory of evolution? Or the Darwin Award?
Yeah, the Darwin Awards are based off of Darwin theory, where, you know, if you die, they're killing off the weakest link of society.
Yeah. I'm aware of both. Just because I'm so smart like that.
So true. So, I watched a video recently on, like, top 5 worst subreddits in the history of Reddit. And there was, like, ones where people are fat shaming. There's ones where they're body shaming or they're cyberbullying celebrities. And there's this one where it's, like, it's called r/Darwin Awards. And it's about the subreddit where they'll, like, put on blast people's deaths, where they do the absolute stupidest shit and they die from it, and then they like fake give them awards for like doing the dumbest shit and proving the Darwin theory. And this person was calling out that subreddit is pretty cruel, because even though, yeah, they did a stupid thing, they lost their life, and making fun of them dying for a stupid thing is absolutely insensitive to their loved ones who are still alive and who could still see these posts being made about their loved one dying. Like, they had to go through the grieving process of losing that person, and then you're making it out as a joke or as a proof to a evolutionary theory. Like, it's something to joke about. Like, yes, it's not a good decision and it's dumb, and like dumb in hindsight, but people are losing their lives and you are making light out of that when it's not your place to make light out of it. So I agreed with that opinion in that video. Like, it's not really a great subreddit, it's just very insensitive.
I do agree.
So yeah, this person said, I have zero empathy for people who put themselves in stupid situations and end up dying. I feel like that's dumb, but I would never ever call someone stupid for losing their own life, because no one deserves that, I think. Well, for the most part. Like, the absolute worst amount of people, maybe they deserve to die. But people dying because of stupid things, like, oh yeah, you should have thought better, you should have not done this dangerous thing. Like, even though that is true, I never think anyone deserves death because of a dumb decision. And it's cruel to, like, say that they deserved it, and it proves a stupid ass theory by this one guy named fucking Darwin. I just think it's, like, needlessly cruel, and I think we need to have more empathy in general.
I agree, but I also have to go.
Oh no! Well, goodbye, No Mouth.
I have no clue what you're saying right now. You keep kind of cutting out.
Oh, sorry. Goodbye, No Mouth.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
All of you in stuff.
Freddy says goodbye. Goodbye.
POV. I'm your snowflake.
See, I like that sound more. The I like that leaf sound a lot more. Nomad should probably have that. If Nomad has Nitro, they should have that for like their entrance sound, because there's this new Discord Nitro feature where like you enter VC and like an automatic like sound effect will play. That should be No Mouths. But yeah, Freddie wanted to bring up another topic of discussion. What do we think of the Scientology cult speedruns? Let me start out with my thoughts of Scientology. They probably suck. Like, all the shit we hear about their victims is not good. Like, they're so secretive. Oh god, I think I'm getting a little tipsy. They're so secretive. They probably like silence their victims and stuff. And like, you know, with cults, what they'll do is like they'll get you to believe in this like deity or whatever, and they'll like ask you for money. So they take your money, they take your resources, they take the people you know around you, and then you're left with nothing other than to work for Scientology. That's what like a lot of cults do, and it's very cruel. So let's start with that. I don't like Scientology. They're probably very corrupt and cruel. And for some reason, they've corrupted enough individuals to where they have enough money to build centers in many different big cities. New York, Chicago, LA, etc., etc. And the more people who visit these buildings or fill out a survey on our website, the more these people sorry, I need to collect my thoughts. They're obviously going to be brainwashed. Like, I don't know if there's any better term. So I don't like Scientology. So people doing these speedruns through Scientology to like just record the interior of the buildings, it's fine, but you know, I'm more scared for the people's safety. Not the Scientology people, but like the people who are running through. They're a bunch of teenagers. They're a bunch of kids, and I don't want them getting hurt by these Scientology bodyguards and stuff. Like, technically, Scientology has the right to call the police on them to get them out of there. But, technically, those teenagers could run through until they're kicked out, which is usually immediately when they're running through. And I think the videos are funny, I guess. I'm just concerned for their safety, you know? Scientology deserves no privacy or whatever for their buildings because they're just corrupt. I don't think they deserve, like, any grace or respect. So if someone running through just recording the inside of your building happens, that's fine, but Scientology doesn't believe in cops. Wow. Oh my god, bitch. Bitch, I don't believe in cops either. They're out there and they exist, but I don't believe in them. Wait, did I ever tell the story about how I got wrongfully pulled over? Anyways, yeah. Scientology sucks. And also, I don't think running through Scientology, recording, like, the building and building, like, a layout online really helps. Because I think publicly, there are records on the internet of, like, the layouts of any public building or private building in the city. So it doesn't really matter if you're building a layout online. I think there's, like, public records of the layout of the building anyway. So unless they, like, drastically change the interior when they buy the building, it doesn't really matter because I think those records are publicly available. Them forbid calling, like, cops and stuff. Oh, so, like, if somebody intrudes and they don't want them in there, they really only have their bodyguards because they're not going to call the cops in there. They probably have, like, a bunch of other fraudulent shit happening in there, so they're not going to be able to call the cops because there's probably other illegal stuff going on in there. They're not going to let them in. They're not going to call them for help. Okay, I get you. Oh, I am getting a little sleepy. Maybe I'm getting a little tipsy. Like, I'm starting to feel a little bit lightheadedness. I wonder if my brother has any more of these, because would I drink another one? Maybe. It doesn't taste like shit, kind of. It kind of tastes like puke. But do I like the feeling it gives me? Maybe. Would I get attached to it? No. But that's what every addict says before they get attached to it. I just lightheaded, but then also a good sleepy. Even though I'm probably, like, if I hit the hay right now, I would not be able to fall asleep. Oh, shit! The candles on my floor, yeah, these gotta go. Guys, before I ever started drinking, I always worried about, what if I'm more interesting, like, tipsy than sober? Like, I thought, like, I acted pretty fun and erratic tipsy or, like, sober. What if that's just not true? What if this stream ends up being the most interesting thing ever? This is why I'm not doing heavy gameplay, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do much tipsy, because I think I am tipsy now. I am feeling a little bit lightheaded. And also, me and my twin are convinced that we're, like, heavyweights, which means that you can drink a bunch of alcohol and not feel as tipsy as, like, everybody else. So I am feeling a little dizzy, but, you know, I'm not slurring my speech yet. Maybe I need a second. Maybe I need a second can. What else was I gonna say? I was definitely gonna say some other shit, but I already forgot. Also, I already like kind of skip over and slur my speech anyway. I think I'm talking about this last stream that whenever I speak, like I get how XQC feels when he speaks really fast. He's like blah, 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 blah. I get that because I want to get my thoughts out like as soon as possible before I forget them. So I get him speaking real fast because I speak real fast when I really want to get my thoughts out. There's really nothing else in here. Yeah, basically, like, it's like a burning type of feeling when I drink this shit. What else was I about to say? Because you said Scientology doesn't believe in cops. They forbid them calling them. Candles in your floor is a fire hazard. I don't know. I was going to say something else. I definitely forgot. And I'm feeling a little dizzy. Maybe I need to get absolutely wasted. Why am I holding my phone like this? It's getting to me. It's getting to me. It's definitely getting to me. What else is happening in the world? I feel like I was about to fall back. I feel like, let me slow down my speech. I feel like I was about to fall back when I just leaned my head like this. I thought I was about to... I think this shit is actually getting to me. 12.5% alcohol. Let me see. Is there like a ingredients list or whatever? Impairs your ability to drive a car. May cause health problems. What's inside? Cutwater tequila, triple sec, lime juice, natural flavors. Cutwater tequila? Who has a brand name named Cutwater and they sell alcohol instead of water? What the fuck is wrong with them? Oh, okay, ask your question, Freddy. Let me close my curtain. Guys, I need to have my curtains closed. Okay, I'm feeling a little dizzy. Let me get up normally. I'll be fine. Like, I'm not at the point where I'm gonna forget what's happening right now, but I'm feeling a little dizzy. So this is like tipsy levels, right? I'm gonna go ask my brother downstairs, does he have more cans? And he's gonna be like, no, I drank them all, bitch. Go get your own. Honestly, I'm afraid to go ask for more alcohol at a store myself because I don't have the correct ID for that yet. Like, you have to have a certain ID. Like, the IDs that you have when you're under 21 are different from when you're over 21. And I don't have the over 21 one yet. So if I show this under 21 ID, even though it is past my 21, would they still be allowed to give me the alcohol? Like, I don't want to go to a store and embarrass myself by not being able to actually buy it. I'm like, sorry, actually, you don't have the correct ID, so we technically can't give it to you. No, bitch, I want my wine. What did you want to ask, Freddie? Let me close my curtains. Oh my god, wait. This is bad. Hold on a second. I actually do genuinely feel dizzy. I'm trying to find an image. Oh my god, wait, it's actually hitting me. Because when I had my birthday, I felt a good sleepy, but now I actually feel dizzy. It's not even just sleepy. I feel like I actually can't walk right now. No, hold on. No, I can walk. No, I can stand. This is me proving my point right now. I can stand. It's just, I feel like unstable. Like, if I had to run a mile right now, I'd fall. Watch me. I can stand. I'm good. I can handle this. But can I drive a car? No. I could probably not drive a car right now. I do feel dizzy. I'm good. I'm good, though. I can still run stream. Guys, I should do this more. This is just so much more fun than just streaming Adofi sober and then trying to beat Libertas. I mean, who gives a fuck about that? I just want to talk about shit. I mean, alcohol is a depressant. So I guess that's why I'm feeling dizzy. I need to get a stimulant in my body. Oh, I need a stimulant. I don't know, what is there any legal stimulants out there? I feel like alcohol is the only legal depressant out there. Wait, I don't want a stimulant. I want to go to bed soon. Because actually, I've been going to bed really late and I've been waking up at 11 a.m. these past few days. I need to stop that. I need to be waking up at 8 a.m. Because I was on that track and now I'm waking up at 3. That's not good. Freddie's trying to find an image. So, for now, Freddie, don't forget your thought. Don't forget your question. I'm going to look at more of the subreddit. Now I just feel more silly now with what I'm doing. Like, why am I sounding like that? I sound like a millennial right now. Merp. Realistic visuals alone are enough to put me off of a game a decent chunk of the time. I'm gonna read this because I'm not reading this out loud. Oh, DM? Hold on. Because there was this one, I was watching Smosh subreddit stories, and then there was this one take that was awful. And technically, it's not like I could do anything about it myself, but it was just, I hated having to listen to it. It was this take where it's like, I don't read any of the story to any video games. I just play any story game for the gameplay aspect. And I'm like, what? Because it gets worse because this person says, like, whenever I want a story, I'll watch a movie. So it's not like they're opposed to story. It's just that whenever they're playing a video game, they don't want the story for that, but they'll watch a movie. So I'm like, if you could tolerate the story to a movie, you could tolerate the story to a game. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, you can do both at one time. I feel like this person doesn't understand they could do both at one time. I hated that take. It did not make sense to me because I didn't understand it. Alright, Freddie sent me a picture that said, would you say the colors are Kanade, Mafu, Ena, Mizuki, Honami, Mafu, Hanade? Wait. This is the picture Nomad sent, by the way. It's a picture of Kanade's home at night. Kanade Yoisaki. The chairs. Oh, okay, I see the colors. There's a purple padded chair. There's a chair that looks like it has no cushion. Then there's a red padded chair and there's a blue padded chair. See, Honami is like technically a family, like she's like a distant family member. Or like a second related family member to Night Court. Because she takes care of Kanade and now Mapio. So she kind of is related to Night Court in that sense. She's kind of like a second sister. So you said either Honami Mafu Kanade or Kanade Mafu Ena Mizuki. I feel like that coral orange looking thing, that chair looks definitely like a Honami color more than anything. And then like the mahogany sort of looks, I don't know, what is Kanade's color? Because the blue, maybe that's more so Kanade. Like Honami, Kanade, and then yeah, I guess Mafio, but that could also be seen as a little brown too. Like, and then maybe that'd be Enna. And then like it just looks like one chair doesn't have a cushion, so that's just nobody. I think I should put a intoxication warning in my stream by now. I think it's time. Should I call my brother on stream and ask him for more cans? I'm not gonna say it tastes like shit. But I call him and I'm like, do you have another can? Okay, but I can't say I'm slurring my speech. I'm just lightheaded right now. No, I'm only lightheaded. So yeah, maybe I'm a little sleepy. Maybe I want to put my head against the table. But not like I genuinely can't remember anything that's happening right now. Well, maybe if I wake up the next day I'll forget, but that's why my go live notification is igenvykris is haunting your pancreas and an alcoholic now. Maybe I should try something different than tequila, because I don't know, I don't think I really like the taste of it. Like, it feels like it tastes like puke. Therefore, it feels like it's like something that's gonna make me puke right now. Gotta drink water. Look at that weird burning taste on my mouth. Maybe I should make myself chicken nuggets. So yeah, it looks like a purple mahogany, like a doll, and then no padding on that chair. Honami Kanade. So I'm thinking it's a Honami Mafuyu Kanade table, because those are the ones that live in that house currently. So I'm thinking it's for them. That's probably why they set up the room like that. If you get like earlier versions of that room, it's gonna be like maybe no padding on the chair. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna read this one take by this person. R/10th dentist, U/HY leg, OUROBOCKLE. Realistic visuals alone are enough to put me off of a game a decent chunk of the time. So before we read their details, I think I kind of used to agree with this. Like, I grew up with liking indie games. So I would watch my favorite YouTubers play indie games most of the time, because that was the most interesting, it was the shortest form of games that could easily be made into one video. And a lot of the YouTubers would get contacted by these indie developers to play their games in their videos. So, I like the color of this. Anyways. I don't have to be looking at that right now. But, so that's why YouTubers would play indie games more often. Especially indie horror games. Because those were trending when I was into my YouTubers a lot. So anytime I'd see like Western AAA games, I too would be like, eh. Like, they all look the same to me because everyone's photorealistic, hyper-realistic. But with these indie games, there would be a unique art style for each game. So, like, AAA games would stand out way less to me than indie games. So, that's why I was never into Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, blah, blah, blah. Like, all of these hyper-realistic games. Any of them. I was mainly into indie games. But now I'm into Resident Evil. I don't know if I'm into any other ones. I got into Detroit Become Human, but that was only one game. Resident Evil is a franchise, and then I don't know about any other ones. But yeah. That's why I'm into those. I'm into those now because I'm like only recently finding out about, oh, the storylines are interesting outside of the graphics. But I just didn't think about them because I'm like, oh, well, when I first see a game and I want to think about whether or not to play it, I'm seeing the art style. If all these AAA games just have the same hyper-realistic photorealism in their games, they're all going to look the same to me. So that's why I didn't get into a lot of them. So I think I kind of agree with this person. You got the colors? Let me see them. Let me read some other text, though. I've always been really passionate about video game art direction, and one thing I've never vibed with is realism, and the more hyper-realistic a game's visual leans, the less interest I have in them. It's not enough to entirely make me lose interest in a game. I effectively have no interest in basically any Western AAA games due to this. So it's basically like the same thing I said. It's not that I'm disinterested in the storyline. It's just when a game is trying to catch my eye in like a trailer or whatever, and their visuals, the visuals is one of the first things that come to mind. It's not entirely enough to make me lose interest in a game. I effectively have no interest in basically any AAA games due to this. There's dozens of critically acclaimed games I haven't played solely because of the art direction comes off as extremely boring to me. Note that I'm not saying every game should be cartoon stylized. So they're basically saying the same thing I said. I'm not saying it's bad. You can have hyperrealism. But when plenty of popular games have it, it just doesn't stand out as much. You're going to have to stand out in other ways. There's a dozen of critically acclaimed games I haven't played solely because of the art direction. Note that I'm not saying every game should be stylized. That's my own personal taste. I'm not saying Baldur's Gate or Red Dead Redemption should change their art direction or something, but I just have no interest in playing those games in large part because their visuals don't appeal to me. I don't even think they look bad per se, they just do not interest me. This takes even extends to some that's somewhat stylized but have touches of realism. Yes! I was about to say, they said Final Fantasy VII remakes massively miss the mark compared to the original Nomura concept art, and I generally think the more detailed character outfits lose a lot in style comparison to the original more simplified styled versions. I was about to say Final Fantasy VII has realistic graphics, but the faces, they're not realistic at all. They're very anime styled. And that's what like even 2D anime is like. They have very mostly realistic body proportions, like and body anatomy in their illustrations. Besides the big boobs and big hips in a lot of the shows. Like, they'll strive on realistic body anatomy in, like, Japanese cartoon shows or whatever. But the face will be absolutely unrealistic. Big eyes, small nose, barely outlined lips. Compared to like Western cartoons where they have completely unrealistic body anatomy proportions and faces. I don't know why anime does that. Very unrealistic face proportions, but the bodies are very realistically made and shaped. That's kind of what they did with Final Fantasy remakes. Those are my problems with some of the biggest complaints. There are also plenty of games I think were fine with the realism. I honestly think maybe GTA fits in that category. Like, that probably works fine with the realism. And that's probably what they intended with those games after all these years of making GTA games. But, there's some games that probably need stylization. Like, even Resident Evil. They always started out with, like, these very basic polygons. But you could tell it was a game that's trying to take itself somewhat seriously in the horror franchise. So, you think that was a type of you'd think that is a type of franchise that deserves realism. So yeah, I prefer more stylized touches. I really miss the sort of pseudo-stylized realism a lot of Japanese games from the 2000s and early 2010s had. Resident Evil and Devil May Cry were both good examples of this, but with the RE engine, it feels like Capcom kind of lost that touch in favor of seeking higher fidelity models. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I feel like other Resident Evil fans who are a fan of this shit since the beginning, like old-ass people, old-ass Resident Evil fans, agree that what they intended this whole time was realistic graphics. Like, that stylized polygon shit, that was never their true intention. That's just what they were capable of at the time. I think they were always valuing higher realism, especially with them trying to create, like, horror. But in result of that, everything, the horror truly came from the old PS style. Like, people ended up finding Resident Evil 4 and before that much more scarier in the lower quality enemies because it gave an uncanny sense of trying to be realistic, but it couldn't because of the technology. Some people found more joy in that, but I think what truly the creatives wanted was always that hyper-realism. I mean, look at Resident Evil 9 and the girl from that game. She looks amazing. And yes, it's realistic and it feels less scary because it's trying to imitate realism as much as possible, but it can't. So it's not fully realistic. It's still very nice to see her in full detail rather than a polygon. But actually, I have seen like someone make a fan-made version of Resident Evil 9 if it were in that PS1 style, and I found that really cool. That was really cool. I think the last game I remember having these sort of stylistic, realistic visuals are Tekken 8, Bayonetta 3, and Dead or Alive, which all of them have been out for quite some time. I'm probably rambling a bit, blah, blah, blah. I basically agree with this person. I mostly agree with them. I just feel like some games, they do deserve that super realism. And they said Resident Evil doesn't really deserve that. But I think that's what the developers intended this whole time. Especially being under a AAA company this whole time. That's my take about it. I basically agree with this person, so I'm not really heated about what they're saying. I agree. I am feeling more dizzy about the second. Let's see, listed BG3 as a realistic and not stylized game. It's pretty much the textbook definition of stylized. So Baldur's Gate 3 is stylized. I would say that. I from the images I've seen of that game, I've never played it. And I don't know anything about Baldur's Gate. But from what I've seen of it, like I said with Final Fantasy, stylized faces but realistic body proportions. As realistic as it can get. Before they make it gooner material. Maybe I don't want to get completely blackout drunk on stream, because, you know, I'm on stream, and this will be permanently archived for the world. Like, anybody could be watching right now. Maybe I don't want to be blackout drunk. But I do want to ask for another can of this. Maybe I should ask for something better tasting. This stuff does not taste that good. I mean, I don't know. Does anybody else out there who's had tequila think that this shit kind of tastes like puke mixed with sanitizer? It feels like it. The mango taste doesn't help because I don't fully like mango myself. I feel like I'm about to fall. So yeah, I guess I agree with that person. I don't see anyone disagreeing with them, though. I want to see someone who, like, hard disagrees, being like, hyper-realism is the shit. We gotta stick to this. Oh, wait, what are your colors, Freddy? Most people say it's the N25 colors, but at the same time, Enna really just gonna get no C cushion. Yeah. Ultimately, if it were Enna's C, wouldn't it be like a tan? Like her color is? I agree with the Honami thing, because Honami is technically semi-living with them, like, not actually staying over and sleeping over, but she has to, like, take care of the house and, like, hang out with them and ask them, like, oh, how are you doing, you know? And, like, make them food. I feel like this ultimately does make more sense. The Kanade, Honami, and Mafuyu thing. I agree with that. Because, like, why would there be no, if there was a fourth person included, why would there be no, seat cushion, you know? Okay, now I'm starting to feel like it's not a good tipsy. You know when you feel, like, lightheaded, like you're about to faint because you haven't eaten in 24 hours? That's what I'm starting to feel like. It's not a good tipsy anymore. I'm not feeling good right now. It's like I'm gonna pass out because I feel malnourished right now. That's what I'm feeling. Just reading through the comments of this person. I can get realism maybe not being your thing, but BG being too realistic actually surprised me a bit. If the trailer had a white shot of the characters traveling through a hyper-realistic field, then the game is gonna be terrible. I actually agree with this one. I think hyper-realistic games hit the uncanny valley for me. Still trying Elden Ring and having a fun time, but I prefer more stylization art direction-wise. Yeah, I think I've said that take before, where I'm like, realism just makes the game stand out less to me. And I'm glad there's someone out there who agrees with me. Funny, unrealistic graphics may be quick games. So someone's directly disagreeing with this person. But somebody said in the comments, but for me, it's never about the art style. It's about the art direction within the style, how the characters' designs, fashion, environment, armor looks. Plenty of realistic games have really cool and interesting things to look at, and plenty of games with stylized graphics are still totally visually boring to me. That could be true. The newer Mortal Kombat games come to mind as a style I really disliked. For example, the Star Fox game that just got announced is another example, though, as at least I don't seem to be alone in my opinion on that one. Kind of sucks because the gameplay could be awesome, but I never know because I just can't mother the enthusiasm to get through the first 15 minutes because the art or setting is just a little too boring. On the other hand, I enjoy a lot of games that some of my friends say look like shit. Everyone has preferences, I guess, and they're not always obviously logical. Somebody said, I dislike the visuals. Like they're quoting the OP. I dislike the visuals of R2. It's simply too uninspired to stomach, though I haven't played it. I much prefer quality visuals like those found in Dead or Alive 6 Jiggle Physics Simulator. Ain't no way you're serious. And OP said, I didn't even say RDR2, Red Dead Redemption 2 remake. Or no, it's just Red Dead Redemption 2. I didn't even say Red Dead Redemption 2 looks bad. It's just not interesting to me. I also don't have a ton of interest in games in historical settings. I never got into Assassin's Creed for similar reasons. Spoken like someone who's never played DOA and slowly going off of the volleyball spin-offs. Team Ninja has always had insanely solid visuals. Not to mention 6 also toned down the sexualization. That's part of why I flopped. So, basically with the subreddits, they're very tame, unpopular opinions. Like, either, yeah, I could probably get behind that, or, that sucks, but whatever. But Smosh is always good at finding the stories that outrage you, but they're probably fake. Like, Smosh is really good at finding fake stories that they think are real. It's kind of crazy. Kind of sucks. I'm really trying to power through this lightheadedness. I don't think I can. Oh my god, we're not even 2 hours in yet. I may crash before this. No, I'm good. I've powered through tiredness before. Like, when I was in school, and I just got, like, really tired, honestly, I'd value my health. Because I would never value schoolwork over anything else. Like, I was never that committed to school. But whenever I'd have to go to school feeling really tired and barely any sleep, I would, like, make it through. I'd be like, oh, I'm sleepy, but, like, I could still make it from class to class. I probably won't be able to pay attention, but I'm at least somewhat awake. Like, that's what it feels like right now. Like, I'm kind of used to this sleepiness feeling in a way. It's just slightly different because it feels more lightheaded than anything. Wait, I get another ballroom? Oh my god, this house is perfect. I love how you can get ballrooms in this shit. Whew. Oh my god. Because, like, if I ever had a mansion, like I said, I'd make it very castle-like and or Disney World-like. Like, very amusement park-like. Like, if you ever go into, like, the Disney buildings, or, like, if you ever wait in a line, an inside line of a ride that you want to go in, and, like, you're just waiting there, and it's, like, very fantasy-like environment building in the buildings, that's what I want my mansion to be based off of. Either a real-life European castle, or a Disney type of interior. I need to look up the guy. Like, I mentioned him before. I mentioned this guy who tried recreating, like, Disney World in his basement. Because he just has the fucking money. It's crazy. And it's, like, a small basement, but it looks so amazing. I thought this was a ballroom. It's a freaking bedroom. Maybe I read it wrong. Alright, I already need to go back to my mailbox. I've probably been waiting in this for a while now. There we go, 23 million, cool. So yeah, would I get drunk? Honestly, would I get drunk again? How would I rate this experience right now being tipsy? I mean, what constitutes between tipsy and being like straight up drunk? Like being straight up like, I can't do anything. I just feel like this may only feel like tipsy. Like I'm lightheaded, but I'm not slurring my speech. My speech. Like I still feel like I can like form thoughts. It's just I just feel a lot more sleepy and lightheaded. So maybe I'm only still tipsy right now. I don't know. This shit still tastes like ass though. I will not lie. I think I need to get myself better like alcohol. Wait, so am I crazy? What's wrong? What happened? What happened? And maybe I'll have like few second ODM. Once in a while, I'll have few second intervals where I feel completely normal. And then I'll go back to being like, ugh, you know. Like when I said, what happened? I felt slightly normal for a little bit. Like maybe I'm way too used to feeling sleepy. Wait, so this is a bedroom? Really? Somebody has this random ass table set up with, is that a candle? What is this? No. What is this? No, fuck. Turn this off. What is this? Is that like a coffee maker? Yoga mat, piano. Imagine having a big ass grand piano in your bedroom. A dream come true. I low-key want that. Like, if I live in a house like setting, I'd want that. I'd want a beautiful pastel pink and white and gold room with like silk pillow sheets. Like, that's what I want. Imagine I don't remember any of this and I wake up. I don't think I'm drunk though. Okay, let me look at the DMs. I see something. Not crazy. Freddy's pointing out more night court colors. You know what? This makes sense. Like, maybe the night court colors being in the background, but honestly, I think it's kind of Mafu with Honami on the chairs. Like, I think they did that intentionally on purpose. Wait, so Enna is the mug. Or Enna's that first one. Then Kanade is the indigo mug. Then Mizuki's the soap bar. And you're saying Mafuyu's like the rag? I think you guys think the person who made this tycoon's a dog person. I think they're a dog person. Yeah, I think I may agree with you with that. I just think the rag is the only thing that doesn't look that Mafuyu. It looks more like Kanade color. Okay, what fucks me up about these mansions is that they have like an open window. And like the bathtub's like dead ass in the center of the bathroom. I mean, if I had a mansion with the open window in the bathroom, I would at least want the like... There's these like windows in like these rich houses that if you press a remote button, it'll just make the windows look opaque. And like I think they do that for like public bathrooms in certain areas too, in like other cities. Like I'd want that if I really wanted an open window bathroom, but even then I don't think I'd want that. Even if I did have a mansion. Honakana Mafu chair is real. So true. And as it should. What the fuck? Why is this tub so big? I genuinely don't feel like talking anymore. I actually do feel like I want to go to sleep. Even though once I hit the bed, I know I'm probably not going to be able to fall asleep. I still need to drink more water though. Oh, and guess what? My mom wants to take me to another casino tomorrow. So I'm probably going to be drinking there too. And wasting my money. I don't know how much money she wants me to waste. She better be giving me some money. Oh shit, I dropped my shit. I don't want to actually be spending my own money on gambling. No, there's seriously nothing else in here. Did you see me when I like put it up to my face and I closed my eyes? That's me genuinely feeling sleepy right now. So look at this bathroom. How would we rate this bathroom? There's dead as a washing machine in this bathroom. I actually rate this bathroom a 0 out of 10. If you're rich, you need to have a whole ass room separated for washing. Even I have that. And my family's not rich. We have a whole room separate for the washing and drying machine. And to hang clothes. Like, this should not be a thing in a big ass mansion. It's too big. It's too big. Add more stuff. So I guess I believe my brother. He said he got tipsy off of this can of tequila shit. I agree. You know what? I'm definitely feeling tipsy right now. So, yeah, I don't know what the difference between tipsy and drunk is. Is drunk genuinely, like, slurring your speech and not being able to move? Like, I always used to pretend I was drunk and being like how I perceive drunk people. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm drunk as fuck, bro. You don't even know, bro. Yes. You know, I low-key feel like I'm about to do that right now. But not just yet. I need another can. I need another can. How do I make this about Project Sky? Alright guys, let's make a tier list. Which Project Sky character would get flat out drunk on a tequila can? I honestly think there's probably, like, I think Haruka and Honami are the types to be heavyweights. And then, like, Mizuki and Enna would like wine. They'd be like the wine type of girlies. Akito would be into, like, rum. He'd be into rum. Freddie wants me to do tier list. Yes, sir. Give me the tier list. But it has to be like a blank tier list with just all the characters. But we have to rate them based off a topic we just randomly pick. Like, character who's most likely to have a tantrum in the middle of a Walmart, you know? That'd be so funny. Potato. What the fuck am I saying? Potato, tomato. It's just an actual other ballroom, or are you gonna make me build another bedroom? This looks like another bedroom. You're scamming me. Actually, this looks like a starling bedroom. This is so cute. I'd probably want this as a whatever the fuck. Yes, Freddie, pull up the tier list. We're gonna make a tier list now. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good at this podcast thing. Also, I like the pink glowing balls. This reminds me of Disney World. Anyways, I think I'm doing pretty good. Like at least, I don't really watch or listen to podcasts, but like Smosh Mouth, which is like a talk show podcast where they just talk about anything with like the cast members from Smosh. They basically, like, Shane, the main one, he, like, just brings up random topics of conversation, and, like, the other two people who are on the table, like, just talk about anything. So, like, it's just basically, it's kind of unscheduled, but, like, he has, like, certain topics to bring up if they don't have anything else to talk about. So, like, I feel like I'm doing good, especially being a little tipsy, too. So what do we think about this room? This room, I like the little bubbles coming from this wall. I'd probably want that in my room, being all extra. The starlights, I like those. I like the piano. Random ass table. Yoga mat for no fucking reason. Yes. And then this counter for no reason. Why is my accent coming out a lot more now? The lesbian towels. Yes. I really like this house so far. Imagine I have this app running like the whole time on my iPad. Oh, and then this is probably the master bedroom. This looks a lot bigger and I think has a connected bathroom. I don't even remember. I was just over there a few seconds ago and I already forgot. Bro, imagine you're a TikToker and you're making a get ready with me makeup routine and then this is your background? Bro. I think when I was little, I used to love playing with toys and making imaginary scenarios. I think as an adult, I could probably still do that, but just with mansions in video games. Like, I could probably play pretend with the fact that I got a mansion. I wake up, I get ready for my day, I get up. This is the master bedroom for sure. There's a balcony too. Holy shit. But imagine not having the blinds. Anybody can look into your house. Anyways, we leave, and then this is my dressing room, and then over here's the bathroom, and then another bedroom. Apparently, this being a big-ass bedroom is the guest bedroom. Because this one in the middle is crazy. Crazy good. Oh my god, Freddie pulled up a tier maker. You know what? That'd be fun. Even though it's not very podcast friendly for people who are audio only listeners, this isn't an official podcast. So we could do this on screen right now. Oh my god, everything's becoming 1 billion and 1.1 million. How the fuck am I gonna buy everything? Okay. Well, this is why we let this run in the background while we collect more money. Well, actually, what do we think about the outside? Before I open up that tier list, what do we think about the outside? The inside looks very castle-y, which I loved. Like I said, I love a big mansion castle-y type of environment. Like, if I imagine having my own big-ass mansion, I'd want it to look like a castle. I'd want to have a big ballroom, a big main entrance. You know how in all the Resident Evil mansions or care centers or blah, 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 they have, like, this big main area, 2 stairs going up to a second floor balcony, and rooms leading off on the side, and there's like maybe a statue in the middle, and there's like a second floor door, and like 2 rooms on the side in the first floor. They have that in every single Resident Evil game. That's how I'd want my main lobby to look like if I had a mansion. Okay, just edit whatever the tiers are. Alright. So we just have to pick a random category. What do we think would be an interesting category to rank the characters on? Character who is most susceptible to getting tipsy first? Character who's most susceptible to falling for a scam? I like that one. Anyways, here's my backyard. I like this little area. I like the star background. That's cute. Here's my fountain. Yeah. Before I had to build the actual rest of the house, I had to build all this shit on the outside, and it takes forever to walk to. Like, I feel like if you have a mansion this big, you have to have more than one person living in it. Or you have to have friends over frequently. Like, you can't just have this and be alone forever. Like, you need to have people over, or a family. Like, this just doesn't feel right to just live in on your own. Because all these rooms are going to go unused, blah, blah, blah. Also, I like these funny little square things. You could get a really good Instagram photo with a caption here. Don't worry, these are my sober thoughts anyway. Drunk words are your sober thoughts. I was thinking about this anyway. Hashtag optical illusion. Hashtag living the dream. Hashtag pink mansion. Hashtag I don't give a fuck about the pentavirus. Bitch, I live. Hashtag love Project Sakai. Alright, let me open up this tier list. Ooh, I feel like I can't do anything. Alright. Opening it up right now. Which Project Sakai character would get scammed? The one who gets scammed, one who scams the other one, the one who scams the scammer. Holy shit, we have all of them. Let me pull this up right now. Wow, I feel like I can't fucking do anything. Let me just pull up the display capture. Alright, let's see. What is spin a random wheel? Will that pull up another tier list? Wait, Loker, genuinely, I want to try it out. Oh, it just picks a random character from a spinner. We got Tsukasa! Oh, What the fuck? What does this do, though? Oh, is that just who we pick first? Alright. Well. So let's just edit the things. How about let's edit this to... Let's edit this to losing all their money. And then this one could be... almost falls for it, but someone stops them. This one's gonna be is the scammer. I should probably screen share this so Freddie can see this. That man gets scammed. Is the scammer is suspicious? And then I kind of like the last two tier names. Kind of just there. Nuh-uh. How about let's keep nuh-uh and then the final one. I don't know how to make these topics. Is suspicious. Maybe I should take away the last tier. Doesn't look at messages at all. And then this one, not tricked for even a second. All right. Losing all their money. I forgot I just put that right now. So let's see. I said I'd vote Tsukasa first. He's not dumb. I don't think any of these characters are dumb enough to fall for a scam. Besides you. I think Shizuku would almost fall for it, but Shiho would stop her and be like, dude, this is a scam, stop. Who would be a scammer, though? I feel like he'd be suspicious, I guess. Mizuki and Nene, what would they do? Scammer. Wait, Akito would be the scammer. He's kind of a prankster type. You think Mizuki and Nene would scam people? How absolutely dare you? Who doesn't look at their messages, though? Who would give... Haruka would not look at her messages. She probably gets so many fan messages and messages from her company. She's like, well, if it's not from them, I'm just not gonna look. Who would be smart enough to not fall for it for even a second? Who's tech savvy? I don't think Nene would be a scammer, but she wouldn't fall for it 1000%. I'm feeling a little bit normal now. Just a tiny bit normal. Alright. I don't know. You think like maybe like the older characters would fall for it? Where would Mizuki go? You think Mizuki would be a scammer? I'm gonna keep it there for now. ID. Suspicious, definitely suspicious. On, what would you do, On? You think On doesn't look at messages? On low-key gives chronically offline. Anyone who's chronically offline probably would not look at their messages. I don't think I should be thinking about this much. I think maybe Emma wouldn't look at her messages. Or be suspicious. I'm gonna put you there for now. Maybe suspicious, Anna? Like, I'm thinking text scams. Like, oh, you owe the US government a certain amount of money. Like, that type of thing. Now, Miku. Like, not, like, any certain type of Miku. Like, base Miku. What would Miku do? Maybe she wouldn't be tricked. You know, she's the girl who's hiding in your Wi-Fi. Like, she'd know about any scams. Hiding in your Wi-Fi, you know? Oh shit, it's not showing. Bruh, come on now. Miku, Miku, you can call me Miku. I feel like basically all of Nightcord would never fall for a scam. They're chronically online. I don't think Nightcord would also fit into the doesn't look at messages at all. They definitely check their messages every day. Mafia, is she smart? I think she'd go there. Are we missing one more person? No, we got an Mizuki here. So for the rest of the units, Mako, you think she'd fall for it? Like, she's like the older figure of a group, but would that mean she'd fall for a scam? Maybe. Do you think Ichika gets scammed with free? Oh my god, Ichika getting scammed because she wants free Miku. She wants free Miku software. Oh my god. Now I can't even think. It could happen. Who else is not tech savvy at all? Kaito would probably definitely fall for something like this. But I think he maybe stopped. Because the amount of children he has, they'd probably be like, Kaito, stop. That's a scam. And he'd be like, oh, really? I thought it was, like, serious, bro. I thought they genuinely wanted my tax reforms. Like, no, bro. Why is Shizuku the only one with a non-transparent background? Toya, you think he would fall for it? Did I tell the story about how my little brother fell for a Steam scam? Like, I don't know what he did exactly. I don't know how it started. Like, I don't think there was anything wrong with his account. But I think somebody he was randomly messaging on Discord, maybe he tapped a link from theirs. And one day, and then during that, he got all his Steam games deleted and all his data deleted. And then that person was like, oh, if you want your shit back, you have to pay this thing like $200 or $300 for this thing that will fix your account. And allegedly from people who have paid those prices for their Steam account back, they do get their account back, but they are down like a bunch of money. That's how they get you. They'll give your account back, but you have to give this large sum of money. So like when that happened to my little brother, he was like asking my dad for credit card information. He's like, no, I'm not giving it to you. You're being scammed. Like this thing is asking for a bunch of money for no fucking reason. But he's like, no, but like my account is actually gone. I need to buy this thing. And I was like, dude, report it to Steam. They'll get your account back. And he got his account back without having to pay any money. Because that person was a bitch and scammed him. So that's how Steam account scams work. That's why you never open up any links from people you don't trust. Especially EXE links. There's this like scam going around on Discord that a lot of people don't fall for. Because people know basic internet safety. To not click links from any random fucking person. But there's this scam that goes around where they're like, hey, I made this game with my friend. I want you to playtest for it and see how it works out. And they'll send you an EXE file. When you open it, it takes all your data. Your computer is bricked. So don't trust anything from being like, anybody being like, hey, I made this indie game. I want you to playtest for it. Don't do it. If it's like a PDF, maybe you can open it. If it's a PNG, maybe. But even then, you have to be careful with the simplest files. Especially don't open up an EXE file. Please, bro. Don't open up an EXE file from anybody, bro. Anyways. Anybody that we would think would scam? You think Ichika would lose all her money? Like, if it comes to Miku, she may lose all her money. I don't think anybody else here would scam. Maybe Rui. I know he's tech savvy with like engineering and stuff, but would he scam someone? I don't know about that. Even though she's Miku at the sky. Yeah, there's no such thing as enough Miku. You always are gonna need more Miku. She'll still go for it. Facts. I'm just trying to think. Ugh. Maybe Saki wouldn't look at our messages, and so would Shiho. I don't think they'd look at their shit. I don't know. Luca gives out the vibes that she wouldn't look at our messages. Would it scan people? Scam people? I don't know. She seems more like the passive type. Like, she's not gonna mess with anyone if nobody messes with her. Besides Len. I don't think she'd fall for it. I don't think she'd be a scammer. I think maybe she'd be suspicious. Really? I'm gonna put him here for now, but I don't know about that. Like, I don't think he'd be in any of these tiers, but I don't know about scammer. Hunami. Fuck, I don't know. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, maybe Minori may be up here. Maybe she would lose all her money. I feel like since she's so unlucky, I don't know if they play off that in later event stories, but she's always losing somehow in life. Even if she doesn't fall for it, she's probably gonna end up losing her money in another way. Maybe Minori would be like, I'm not falling for that. And then they're like, okay, well then here's a link of you falling at your latest concert. She's like, oh shit, no way, this is a real clip. I need to make sure this gets offline so I don't look like I'm embarrassing myself. She clicks on it and then it takes all her It takes all her money. It takes all her private information. Oh, fuck. And then she gets doxxed. Like, I don't know if they ever play off of that unlucky character trait in later event stories anymore, but if we go off her unluck, these, like, in the early story, like, she probably would lose all her money. Alright, 호남인 거하네. Maybe she'd be suspicious. I think Kohane would. I don't know. Honami, where would I put you? Also, I need to reread the main stories, obviously, because I haven't done that in a while, since 2022. Free pie apple. You're so fucking right. Alright, I think this is my final list. Actually, I did say I'd move Rui around, but I don't know. Maybe he'd be suspicious. I don't know if he'd scam. Maybe he would. He'd probably scam Tsukasa to teach him a lesson. You know what? I'll keep him in there. This is my list. What do we think about this, guys? I think I agree. It's so real. I agree. You know what? Yeah. I'll save this and I'll upload it to Twitter. I don't know. Did I make a tier list account before on this app? I don't know. Anyways, that's my rating. I don't know what else would be a good topic for tier maker. Honestly, I may end this at 3 hours, and I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm feeling way less lightheaded. I feel like I could go for a bit more. Like, I feel like the effects are already fading, which probably shouldn't be real. I probably should still be feeling it. Rank them as McDonald's. Rank them as McDonald's employees. But how? What would be the tiers? I'll look for another Reddit post. Hold on, I need to find that subreddit again. 10th dentist. Inner spring mattresses are superior to memory foam. The broccoli cut is a good hairstyle. If I ask you what your hobbies are and the first thing you answer is traveling, I'll automatically think you're boring. Unless you travel literally every couple of weeks, then traveling is not a hobby for me. A hobby is supposed to be something you enjoy daily, not something you only do a few times a year at most. Saying traveling is your main hobby just means you don't have any real hobbies. I don't know. I feel like people should have the freedom to call almost anything they do a hobby. I don't think that should be limited. Unwashed grapes taste better? Bro, no. No. Bugs are fucking adorable? Absolutely the fuck not. We should let the hantavirus passengers dock. What is this post? As much as I understand this strain of hantavirus can affect human to human, I feel bad for all the passengers that are getting absolutely hated on. Even if we don't let them dock, can we find a way to let them see their families? I guess if you feel bad about one boat of people, you feel absolutely horrible if a 40% mortality rate virus spreads to the mainland of any country. Facts. I don't think, honestly, yeah. Maybe it's a little cruel to think that, but I think we should keep them on their shit. I don't want them spreading it to other people. I don't want us taking that risk. Like, I know it feels cruel if you're in that position, but ultimately, it's about keeping more people safe than your well-being ultimately, and that may be a little cruel. Who's gonna put the fries in the bag? Now you're making me want food. Now I want to go out and get a burger and fries. I mean, I could make like frozen White Castle burgers here, but like the fries. I need fries. Also, I can't drive because I'm tipsy too, so I'd have to ask someone to get me a burger and fries. Oh, maybe I'll wait till tomorrow, I guess. Like, I think Sunday is Mother's Day, but since I'm working that day, that's why my mom wants to go out with me tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to stream, get some burgers and fries, and then go out with my mother. Who would quit after day one? I know who would. I was gonna say Enna, and I could tell like the Shinonomes, but at the same time, I feel like Enna would be the type to like stick with a fast food job even though it's unpleasant. Like, she needs the money. She'll take the money. Like, as long as she still has time to draw, I feel like she'd stick with it. No, they absolutely should not be able to dock them. This is a long, slow incubation period to 40% death rate. This is not a good combination. Your post and title disagrees. Your actual thought is, even if we don't let them dock, can we find a way to let them see their families? This is not a dentist's opinion. I guess. Like, can't you video call them? Without spreading your sickness to your loved ones? Like, if you love them, you wouldn't want to spread it. I would say nuke the damn ship. Do you not know how hard COVID was? How many people died? How many people suffered? That virus is probably 10 times worse. It needs to stay where it is. It's sad, of course, but, like, I would much rather kill off not even 200 people for the sake of thousands. Somebody else said, I work in healthcare, and I've said it 1,000 times. If there's another pandemic... Oh, shit, I haven't... I disconnected from my Roblox. Fuck. If there's another pandemic, I'm out of healthcare. I'll go work at a coffee shop or something. I don't really care anything else. The first one was more than enough for me. Oh, shit. Okay, I joined back. I'm glad you didn't leave yet, Freddy. Because I accidentally left my server. We're not doing COVID all over again. No one should be allowed back until they're cleared. No, because, like what they said is not an unpopular opinion. It's like, as much as I don't want this virus to spread, I want these people to still have humanity and human rights and still be able to talk to their loved ones. Even if we don't let them dock, can we find a way to let them see their families? I think the answer is yes. Virtually, unfortunately, but not in person. I think there's still a way to let them see them. Alright, let me read this bugs are fucking adorable post because I hate it. They're on a throwaway account. They said bugs are fucking adorable. I feel the same way about a cockroach that I do about a puppy. They're so cute, and I'm sick of people saying that I'm weirdo or that I'm lying. I get that people are scared of them, but they don't deserve the hate they get. I don't find it hard to believe that people find bugs cute. But what I find unbelievable is that there's people who cannot get behind the disgust of bugs. Every animal is disgusting in one way or another. But especially when they're small, they can get in your house whenever they want. They can spread illness and disease. Some of them are poisonous. I can't stand bugs. They're small. They can crawl on you easily. Spiders can come from the fucking ceiling. They look ugly as fuck unless you zoom in. Some spiders have beautiful, cute eyes. I don't give a fuck. They're in my house without my consent. That's what's wrong with these bugs. That's what's wrong with bugs. They get into your house without your permission. I don't mind any animal that minds their own fucking business, but bugs never do, and they look disgusting. That's why I cannot stand bugs. Absolutely not. Bugs? No, they're not cute. But I get someone protecting bugs, and not wanting them to go through cruel, like, torture experiments just because they're invasive or blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like Tsukasa would be a cashier who talks about he's going to be a big star to the customers while Nene just sighs. He would. He definitely would be at the register. Like, there's probably 2 types of fast food workers in a single, like, place. The people who work, maybe 3. Because I've never worked fast food, but people who work in the back with cooking, that's 1. People who work with cleaning, like the tables, setting up new tables, or cleaning the kitchen in the back, that's 2. And then 3 people who work at the register. And then 4, I guess, the managers or whatever, who are running this whole thing. Tsukasa would be a register worker. To be a register worker, you kind of, like, people kind of, like, put the most charismatic and friendly people at the front. Or the people who won't talk back to the customers the least. Tsukasa would be at the register. He wouldn't want anything else. He'd be like, you would seriously want this beautiful face in the back cooking burger patties? Absolutely not. I need to be in the front. Like, he would say that. And I'd agree with him. Like, he needs to be in the front. And then, yes, some customers would ask, oh, what do you want to do in life? And he'd be like, oh, I'm going to be a star on the stage someday. I'm going to be on Broadway. Like, he would rant about that. Like, that's so in character. Yeah, cockroaches are not cute. They're invasive in houses. It's just like, it's less so whether or not their size and the way they look is cute. That's what bug lovers focus on the most. Meanwhile, the realist in me focus the most on how annoying they are. I will never like roaches or mosquitoes or spiders. They're fucking everywhere, and I do not want them in my house. I don't care how cute they are or how interesting their anatomy are. I don't give a fuck. If they're entering my house without my consent, I don't like them. That's why I don't like bugs. I don't give a fuck how much you like bugs and how cool they are. They enter my house because they want food and they want a place to live. I don't like that. But can they die after 1 week? Yes. There's like a tier where it's like would quit after 1 day. And then there's a tier above that would say would die after 1 week. That's where Kanade would go. We're like 2 hours and 33 minutes through. I guess I'll end this at 3 hours. Like I said, I think I need to be more tipsy because I think it feels like it's already wearing off. Like, if I stand up right now, I feel a lot less dizzy. Like, I was kind of dipping in, like, mind quality at, like, 1 hour and 40 minutes. I'm at 2 hours and 33 minutes, and I'm feeling a lot better now. What would Mizuki work in? I don't know. What would Mizuki do? Because, I think it's really cute that she has a part-time job in, like, at a clothing store. That's really cute. Maybe there should be a tier that's, like, would rather kill themselves than work at a fast food place. Maybe Mizuki would be in that. Because I feel like they want to smell nice and work in something that interests them. And food may not interest Mizuki that much. So, maybe that's a tier she would be in. I don't know. Mafuyu? I think she'd be like a shift manager. Because, like, her mom would want her to be. Her mom would be like, you need to learn leadership skills in this job so you can learn them in a prestige school or whatever job you're going to be getting in the future. So her mom would be like, you need to become shift manager. Like, she'd move up to become shift manager. Let me see more r/10 dentist. It was a different time then. It's a reasonable explanation. I don't know. It's almost 11 p.m. for me, too. I probably should be ending soon. The Met Gala is not more dystopian than any other celebrity event, and it's weird how much people hate on it. Okay. I guess. I don't think it's weird how much people hate on it, but if it's more overhated than other celebrity events, I agree that's lame. Like, all of them are dystopian. But you shouldn't say it's weird how much people hate on it, because if you agree with the hate, then you'd be fine with more people hating on it. Adoption is bad. I've heard about adoption and foster care systems being really cruel to children. So I agree. Would Akito put the fries in the bag? I think he would be a cook. Or would he be a cleaner? I don't think he'd be a cleaner. I think he'd be a cook in the back. He would not be at the register, but he wouldn't be cleaning. I don't know why. He just doesn't give off cook vibes. Especially probably since, to me, he does love food, like pancakes and cheesecake like Anna. I feel like he would be in the back making the food. And the word I say Anna would be, I just said she would tolerate the job for the time being. Just because she needs the money. Would she be at the front? Low key, I like how Anna gives off that vibe where she's like, oh, I fucking hate this job. I fucking hate my life. I don't want to talk to anybody right now. Like, I'm so done. Like, the next person that talks to me is gonna get, like, it's gonna get a bunch of sass from me. Hey, how are you doing? What would you like to eat? Like, she kind of gives off that vibe. Like, the very face customer service face. Who else would give off that vibe, too? Being, like, sick of everything? Like, Mafia would. But since she's a shift manager, she gets to run things and also put on a fake persona, too. So would Anna be at the register? Or would she be cooking? I feel like she'd be, like, a cook, too. I don't know. Toya notoriously can't cook. I actually don't think I remember that. Like, I may have learned that a while ago. I just don't remember it now. You think he can't bake, too? Maybe Toya would clean. I think Toya would have to clean. He's gonna be the cleaner. You think he can cook? I'm trying to think. Honami is a house caretaker. Like, she takes care of cleaning and also cooking at Kanade's house. So I feel like she could do both cooking and cleaning in the back. Oh my god. Toya made those? Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Whoa. I need to look at that cardigan. I completely forgot. Hold on, I'm reading another unpopular opinion from 10 Dentists. I prefer people being open with their prejudice and bigotry on dating apps. I agree with that. I think, honestly, when people are, like, on Twitter being like, do not interact with me and do not follow me if you're a bigot, if you're racist or transphobic, blah, blah, blah. And I've honestly thought that was, like, the most useless thing ever. It's like telling a murderer or a pedophile, do not interact with me if you do these things or you think these things are bad. Because people in their head are not gonna think pedophilia is bad if they're a pedophile. They're just gonna keep pedophiling it up, you know? Like, and second of all, that won't stop them from interacting with you. Like, even if they know it's bad, and you're like, do not interact if you do these bad things, they'll still interact with you because they don't think it's bad. And they don't mind disrespecting your boundaries if they're like that. So I've always found it useless when, like, do not interact with me if you're racist. Plenty of racists out there don't think their racist beliefs are racist. They think it's just true. They're like, no, it's true. It's not racist. Like, systemically and statistically, Mexican people do this. All of them do. They just think that instead of being like, realistically thinking, oh, no group of a whole ass ethnic group of diverse people is all gonna do the same thing. They're not gonna think that. They think, a lot of racists think that their beliefs have sense in the world. They think that what they think is logical when it's not. So when you ask for racists to not interact with you, they're gonna interact with you whether or not you ask for that or not, because racists don't think they're racist. They think they make sense. I don't know if I'm making sense, but that's just like asking for racists or transphobes to not interact with you. It just, like, racism, transphobia, all that shit is so ingrained into our society that people think it's normal. That if you're asking for them to not do that, interact with you, they're not gonna think, oh shit, well, I'm a transphobe, let me stay away from you. No. They think it's normal to think what they think. So they're gonna think, oh, I'm in the clear, when they're not. But do you know who can absolutely not cook? I don't know. Honami can't cook. I don't think she can cook, right? Because I thought there was... Oh, wait, maybe I'm confusing it for another card. Like, I remember Honami pulling, like, a thing at, like, a Japanese festival. Like, her fortune for the new year. And it showed some, like, really bad luck stuff. And she's, like, saying, like... And I thought I confused that. Oh, there was another card where Honami's, like... In, like, the untrained, she's like, oh, I fucked up. I think it's because she couldn't draw well. Yeah, she does make pies. Oh, I'm thinking of that one. I'm also thinking of a side story where Shizuku interacts with someone from Leonid. Not Shiho, obviously, but it's like another member. I think Honami. Shizuku interacts with Honami. And they both try drawing something, but Honami can't draw anything for shit, but Shizuku can draw really well. There's like a side story about that. I forgot what it was. Honami, yes. I think that's the card I was thinking about. Honami cannot draw. You mean Enna? No, I wasn't talking about Enna. Yeah, no, I'm feeling a lot less lightheaded now. I feel like almost normal again. Maybe a tiny bit like sleepy now, but I feel a lot better now. I feel like that shit genuinely faded out of my system. Whether you are a guy or a girl, please put that you are a Trump supporter, or that you are homophobic, or hate immigrants, or that you're people in healthy relationships with their family, or D&D, K-pop. If you like D&D and K-pop, you're a bigot. Video games, cats, dogs, fish, or whatever else, they feel dread being there. It's nice to see walking red flags for our compatibility outright on their dating profile, so I could skip even needing to chat with someone first. It saves both of us a lot of time. My worst nightmare is finding out someone I've been chatting to for months and gone on dates with and have built an emotional connection to turns out to be another fucking loser homophobe, since a good chunk of my friends are LGBTQ. So for that, I don't blame you at all for thinking this person is fine in other aspects, but finding out they're a big piece of shit. Because, like I said, these people think they're in the right. They're not going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a piece of shit Trump supporter. They're not going to say that. Finding out months later that they are sucks. But, not that I'm blaming this person. I want to preface that. I'm not blaming them for going through that waste of time. But I hope that they learn a lesson to where any new dates they find, they ask them, hey, did you vote Democratic or Republic with this last election? which governor did you vote for? You know? Like, you have, I think that's definitely a first date thing. If somebody's Republican or a Trump supporter or anti-vax, you have to, I think that's the thing you have to find out first or second date. First or second date tops. I don't think that should be something finding out so late. Toya standing behind Rui ominously in that card. I remember seeing that one Rui card where he's like face palming and then like doing this, but let me see Rui Muffin's card. Oh, that is the card. What's the actual shit? I've never seen the full image. I've only seen Rui freaking out. There's no fucking way the muffins actually look like that. Oh my fucking god. I've never seen the muffins before in that card. Why is he reaching towards him if he doesn't want to eat them? Oh yeah, and I see Toya in the back. Oh my god. There's no way Toya made those. Never put him near a stove ever again. Context of the card. Toya wanted to make some cupcakes for his friends since they all made him things for him on a white day. Or maybe it was just for the 10 things. I don't remember fully. Toya can't cook very well, so Rui tried to help him. It didn't go as planned, but I didn't know Rui and Toya ever interacted. So Rui tried to help him. It didn't go as planned, but Rui was still tried it anyway, trying to be a good friend. It wasn't good, but Rui was still trying to be supportive. The picture is right behind. He took one of the cupcakes and tried them. Toya is in the back very worried because he knows it probably won't be very good. Just read the story/side story if you have the card. Project 5 fans, read the story for context. Level impossible. I don't think I even have this card, so I wouldn't have known. I feel like Emma would work in the drive-thru in the speaker thing and say, "Welcome to McDonald's, and I hope you have a wonderfful day." Oh, absolutely. She would work at the register, too. With An would work at the register, too. I'd agree. But who other than Mafia would be a shift manager? Because shift managers have to make sure everything behind the scenes and the register is going fine. And if anybody has a complaint and they want to talk to the manager, they have to talk to the shift manager. So who else would do that? I wonder if An would be a shift manager. Because, like, she works at, her cafe. Her dad's cafe. I'm wondering if she could run the whole fast food place. Yes! A Project Sakai McDonald's AU? Yes! Also, I'm boycotting McDonald's, too. Still, because, I mean, it's 2026. So ever since 2024, I've been boycotting because of Palestine. McDonald's donating way too much money to Israel. As much as I love their fries, I don't think the rest of their food is even worth it. For the way they're funding shit. Like, boycotts are not supposed to have an end date, but they're not supposed to be going on forever. They're supposed to be going on until the companies stop doing whatever bullshit they're doing. So, until McDonald's stops donating to Israel, I'm not eating from them. Plus, there's a local place, like, near my McDonald's that has, like, basically the same good fries, just better. But would I say I miss McDonald's? Not even. I barely even ate there when I was there. But yeah. Damn, I already accumulated 33 million. Oh, and stream's gonna end in 10 minutes. I was gonna get more alcohol before I ended it, but I don't know. But who's our chefs? Like I said, I think Akita would cook. Maybe Enna would cook. Honami would probably cook, but maybe she'd also help with cleaning too, because like I said, she does the cooking and the cleaning. You know how McDonald's has those like parking lots where like you park and the workers bring out your food? I feel like the physically fit characters would be bringing out the food to people, which would probably be the register workers or like the drive-thru workers. So I feel like maybe Haruka, she's fit. She would be able to walk in and out in rain or whatever to give the orders. Oh my god, that's so true. He would. He would do that. Who else would help with cleaning? I don't know. I'm just so addicted to this freaking game, too. I didn't even realize 20 minutes passed without, like, interacting with this game. Also, what do we think about this stream? Did it go well? Like, did we talk about enough? Now that the stream is almost going to be over, was this, like, a decent stream idea? Like, should I come back to it? Like, what if I did, like, 2 streams a day on, like, days that I'm not working? And I was like, oh, let's do a stream where I'll just do a podcast later in the day, but earlier in the day, I'll, like, play the games that I have to play, you know? What even is this room, though? What the fuck kind of room is this? The counter here, and then... This is supposed to be, like, a big-ass projector, or what? Oh, it is! I mean, if you would watch movies in here, I thought there'd be, like, more seats. Night Court, Kanade Dai, Mafia manager, Enna a chef, / register, Mizuki quits. Yeah, you know, there's gotta be some characters that'd be like, no, I'm not working here. Mizuki would quit. Mizuki, for their first year of school, wouldn't even be able to show up to school. So imagine her trying to show up for a job that pays minimum wage and isn't something that she likes when she could work at a clothing store. Like, come on now. She would not stand for that. What else? Ichigo would clean. I don't know why. I just feel like saying that. She would clean. Shizuku? What if Shizuku was a shift manager or Airi? I think Nene wouldn't work at a fast food restaurant. She would leave. I think Shiho would leave. Like, I'm wondering, maybe, like, my headcanon for Shiho, she would ask to work in the back, like, whether it's cleaning or cooking, but then she'd be forced to work at the front because they're understaffed. This is very specific. And then when she'd work at the front with all these irritated, like, customers who are impatient with waiting for their orders during an understaffed day, she'd be like, you know what, I quit. That would be Shiho. You know what, I quit. I'm not doing this. Oh, and then what about the Vocaloids? Kaito would be a shift manager, I think. What else? I'm trying to think where my Meiko would go. I'm wondering, oh my god, if Rina and Len were in the back and they were cooking, I feel like their banter would be like The Bear, like that one TV show where the guy is like, Come on, everybody, we gotta make this shit. Yes, chef, yes, chef. And they're working at a random ass Chicago grill, like, fast food place. Dean and Len would just be yelling at each other. And then I feel like they'd also be discombobulated. Like, Dean would want to work at the register, but then they'd be like, no, Dean, you're assigned the grill for today. And then Len would want to work at the register, and they'd be like, no, Len, you're cleaning today. And they'd be like, no, but, like, okay, let me go up there for, like, 30 minutes. Like, they'd probably be desperate for some, like, customer interaction. But they'd be put, like, in the back because they banter so much. I just don't know where my Mako would go. Like, if there was, like, an ice cream machine specific role, she'd probably be that. But, like, I don't know if McDonald's has that role. I don't know. Okay, I'm really liking how this house is turning out. It looks so nice. Oh, wait, in this open area? This is like I said. This is like how I said, my open area in my ideal mansion, castle, Disney World place would look. Tsukasa's register. Nene helps with cleaning before quitting. Has Robo Nene do it. Well, Emma says Wonder Woman at the drive-thru. Yes, Emma would work at the drive-thru. Mike. Rui also helps with cleaning and maybe register. Yeah, I feel like Rui would help with the cleaning. I feel like he'd be like more of a backstage worker, like how he works on the shows. Like he'd probably make bots that work with the cleaning. And then maybe like you know about those new drive-through AIs that make you speak to an AI through the machine in the drive-through? Rui would probably make those. So I feel like he'd work less with customers and more so working with like the machines to make efficiency work more. And then people would be losing their jobs at that. Would Hamster Girl quit? Yeah, honestly, maybe she would. She'd probably be put up at the register. And like I said with Shiho, if she has to deal with like a couple horrible customers, she'd quit. She'd be like, no. This is too much for my soul. I can't do this. Unless Ann encourages her to stay. She'd be like, no, please stay. You were doing so good. And then she'd be like, oh my god, yes, mommy. I mean, what? I mean, yes, Anshan, I'll stay for you. Would Saki work at McDonald's? I think maybe Saki would work at the drive-thru or register like Emma. So, I'm looking at more unpopular opinions. Loving your partner for life but not wanting to get married is dishonest and a red flag. I thought I already read that on stream, though. I don't remember. Double standards exist for a reason. You're not being brave for calling them out. Yes, the N-word is 1000% worse than cracker. Yes, it is worse when men playfully hit and kiss women than when women playfully hit and kiss men. I don't know about that second one. I don't think it's not as bad when a woman kisses a man randomly. But, like, when women playfully hit men, I feel like in certain circumstances, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's still, like, weird if, like, somebody's uncomfortable with being playfully hit. Like, that's not okay. But, like, being kissed, whether you're a man or a woman, is not nice. It's not good. It's not just not nice. It's just uncomfortable and weird. Yes, it is worse to talk about a woman's weight than it is to talk about a man's height. I guess. Yes, being insulting to other lifestyles is worse than being insulting of a straight white people's. These are not behaviors that appear in a vacuum. We have centuries of unbalanced cultural experience that dictates social norms now. You might as well ask why it's okay to urinate in a toilet and not in the bathtub. Edit. Gotta be clear for those refusing to get it. This post is not advocating sexual assault, racism, or whatever. The point is that calling out double standards only derails the conversation about these points. I agree, Freddie. What an amazing AU. Anyways, I agree with the double standard thing for the most part, but whenever you're talking about a woman preying on a man, like in a sexually assaulting way somehow, that'll never be okay. It's never okay when a man does it to a woman, but it's just as not okay when a woman does it to a man. But the double standard is that it's like you're lucky when a woman does it to you as a man. That's the double standard that we should not be endorsing. Like, that double standard already exists in a patriarchy. That shouldn't be endorsed or called out as not being as bad. It is just as bad. Saying that a woman cannot sexually assault a man doesn't only just de-weaponize women from doing bad and, like, infantilize them. It also is just gives off the vibe that if you are quote-unquote sexually assaulted as a man, you're emasculated. Like, you can't be assaulted as a man. Like, that's just not true. Anybody can sexually assault anyone. Anybody touching you without consent, even if it's the closest person you know and you do not like it, that is not okay no matter what gender you are and who's doing it to you. So I don't agree with that take in that post. That was not right. But yes, I agree with the first part. The N-word is worse than cracker. White people have always just like colonized a lot of the world and have used the N-word against black people for centuries. White people have basically always societally and economically been on top. So using the word cracker against a white person is basically like almost nothing. It's basically nothing compared to calling someone the N-word. I agree with that. But saying it's worse when men playfully hit and kiss women than when women playfully hit and kiss men, it's not worse. It's both bad. We should not be saying it's worse when blah, blah, blah. It's always worse. Sexual assault will never be worse in a case-by-case scenario. It's always bad. I just wanted to go through more of these takes because we're already over 3 hours. Chess does not deserve the respect it gets. Oh no, I see another one. This is a post made by a deleted user. Someone said bring back public humiliation for heinous crimes. I don't agree with that. I don't, like, there's been this certain influx of people on TikTok, like, seeing, like, people doing wrong on TikTok. Not even just that. People doing wrong in public spaces. But people will also say this about people just being cringe and being themselves. People will say, we gotta bring back bullying. We gotta bring back humiliation. We gotta bring back outcasting. When, first of all, that is never left. And second of all, you're gonna bring that back based on your own opinions of what you think is wrong. And that's not right. Humiliation should never be brought back just because someone's doing something wrong. I don't agree with it. Like, an eye for an eye, I've never agreed with that statement. Like, maybe I agree with it, but there's nuance to it, and I mostly lean towards disagreeing. Anyways, I'm going to read their thing, and then I'll end stream, because I just don't like this bring back bullying take. Let's read what they say. It's by a deleted user, so I can't read out their username. But it's on r/10thDentist. This person says, I live in NYC. There's a shit ton of antisocial behavior. You can't use antisocial. That is a 100% actual medical mental health term. You cannot be using that lightly. People use psychosis lightly now. People use delusions lightly now. People use narcissism lightly. They'll call any abusive person narcissist when that's not always what narcissism is. Not every narcissistic person is abusive, and not every abusive person is narcissistic. Let's get that out of the way. Let's stop using mental health terms lightly. Anyways, there's a shit ton of antisocial behavior, which causes everyone's standard of living to be considerably worse because... No! It's already starting. Hear me out. This is what they say. Which causes everyone's standard of living to be considerably worse because narcissistic lunatics want to make everybody's lives miserable. You threw around the term narcissistic, you threw around the term lunatic, you threw around the term lightly antisocial, and you said bring back public humiliation. I don't agree with you off the bat. You were only 2 sentences in. You could see it on YouTube or Reddit from time to time, videos where someone creates a problem and assaults people for no discernible reason for something extremely petty. I don't think we need to waste a jail cell on these people. I think we just need to put them in stocks and have people throw tomatoes at them. Or tie them up on a statue or something and have people throw tomatoes at them. Did they not just fucking say that? I swear they said that twice. I did not read that twice. They said... I think we just need to put them... They should have put a period instead of a comma. I think we just need to put them in stocks and have people throw tomatoes at them. Or tie them on a statue or something and have people throw tomatoes at them. So in either scenario, people are throwing tomatoes at them. Pretty much any fruit that will splatter and not cause horrible blood force trauma will be ideal. Oh, so we can't hurt them. We can't hurt them, guys. We can't physically hurt them, but we can publicly and mentally humiliate them. This person, yeah, you gotta go. This person has to go. And hey, if you throw a rock or shit at something like that, guess what? You'll get them to join. You get to join them in the stocks. I'm so confused. This would probably cause people to be friendlier and less aggressive. No. Because this is like the same idea, the same sentiment that slave owners years ago, decades ago, would use against their slaves when they would misbehave. If you misbehave, you are getting whipped, you are getting hurt. They think that pain, whether mental or physical, equals discipline, equals better behavior. And this is the same sentiment that parents use in modern time and as far back as parenting has ever gone in humanity. If you hit your child, they will behave better. If you hit your kid, if you spank them, if you use physical force on them, they'll learn that that is wrong and they won't do it again. No, they won't. They won't exactly even learn what they're doing is wrong. And they won't be able to improve on it if you're just hitting them. Like, this is just like... Mental humiliation is not going to make people learn. There are other ways to give out consequences. This will probably cause people to be friendlier and less aggressive out of fear of being the next tomato-covered idiot. It would effectively create the deterrence, and children would grow up seeing it so they know they don't want to be that person. That is just scaring people into submission. We don't do that anymore. I hope, at least. The only person this wouldn't work on are people with a persecution fetish or something, but we can just throw them in jail. Yes, people with a fetish. Let's throw them in jail because they have a fetish. Oh my goodness. This is why you were the 10th dentist. Anyways, I have no studies to back my opinion up, and I won't be taking questions. Thank you. You gotta go. Like your post said, if people aren't willing to change, they should be thrown in jail. I think you need to be thrown in jail for this take. If you're not willing to change your opinion, that's god awful, by the way. You need to go to jail. You just have no empathy in life. You're like, oh, person does bad thing? We need to punish them. We need to traumatize them for life that they're going to carry in themselves for the rest of their days. Like, even if they heal from that trauma, they'll always carry that experience with them. I feel like beating a kid isn't the best, but letting your kid walk all over you isn't good as well. I agree. Like, not every parent is made for gentle parenting, which is like one of the only preferred parenting systems I agree with, because I'm like, hitting your child sucks. But hitting should never be a resort. It's not a last resort. It's not a second to last resort. It should never be an alternative if your kid is not listening to you. There's many other ways to get your kid to listen to you. Like, if you like give your child consequences by taking away their devices or whatever, making them wait a time out, grounding them, blah blah blah. Even that doesn't work, you have to send them to therapy, you have to get them medication, you have to do something. But it would never resort to hitting. Letting your kid walk all over you will also result in bad things, you know? Your kid becoming a bad person. Like, I can't judge every parent who's gone through this, but any parent who has had kids become like school shooters or really bad people in life because they haven't been able to correctly deal with their emotions and trauma, so they outwardly bring it on to the rest of the world. I can't always judge parents for fully knowing what's going on, but there are always signs when your kid is not being good. And when they do wrong and you try to discipline them for that and they don't listen to you, that's when you know your parenting is failing and you need to bring other people in to help your kid. If you can't do the parenting correctly, you have to bring someone else in. But that never resorts to hitting your kid ever. Spanking, slapping, even like belts, anything. There's some people who are like, oh, hitting your kid is good, beating them up, blah, 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 but spanking's fine. I think spanking's fine in some scenarios. It's never okay. Spanking's never okay. And I've only heard this. I cannot back this up with a source. So take this with a grain of salt. But apparently some kids who have gone through spanking in their childhoods grow up with similar trauma to that of someone who goes through sexual assault and sexual trauma. Spanking is also sexually traumatic to kids. They just don't realize it. And it's not portrayed in that way. So even spanking, even slightly slapping, even yelling at your kid who is learning how to navigate the world and who are poor little kids, little humans who are just entering this world, and you yell at them and you hit them for not knowing how to do things as a punishment, that will not teach children. They will just learn to be afraid of you and learn to mess up and learn to be afraid of not just messing up, but learning to be afraid to do anything. Like, they'll be afraid of not just messing up, but just trying anything because they're afraid of messing up and then being punished for that. Like, I just don't think hitting is ever okay. But just because you don't hit your kid or discipline them correctly doesn't mean you just let them go and just let them do their thing. You need help from other people. It's okay as a parent to ask for help from others. If there's two parents and you and your other co-parent cannot do enough for your kid, you need to bring in other people to help. You can't just let them go out and do bad shit. So anyways, yeah, that's my take. Humiliation, mental humiliation, physical humiliation, taunting, none of that will ever discipline people. If people don't know how to act in public and they record people without their consent and use them to like act out in public, like for a TikTok video, that should never be punished with the same type of cruelty they're using. I'm sorry, I just never find it right. It just feels cruel and wrong. Like, I agree that not all people deserve to live. Some people are truly monsters out there and will never change. But resorting to the same cruelness that person did is actually not making the situation better. You're just becoming just as cruel as them. That's just my take. I never found sense in just like any of this bring back bullying. Okay, the combination of there should be public shaming and hidden post history is pretty funny. Public shaming for thee, not for me. OP is a struggling tomato farmer. Those aren't heinous crimes. I don't think you know what that word means. I guess it's not heinous crimes, but you know, filming people without their consent and uploading them to TikTok for them to get bashed, that's like a morally wrong thing, even if it's not legally wrong. Also, filming people without their consent can actually get you sued, by the way. That's why there's like, you need signatures from people. You need people's outright consent for them to be on camera. There are laws in place for that, so people aren't filmed without their consent. You can't use the excuse, oh, well, you're in public, you should be expected to be filmed. That is never an excuse. Nobody should ever have to go out and be afraid that they're going to be filmed and put on TikTok. That's never okay. More often than not, these people have serious mental problems and need help, not humiliation. Some people are just arseholes, though. But that's the thing. You never know if someone's actually like a genuine asshole or someone's seriously going through mental health problems. So would it make it automatically not okay if you're like, oh, this person needs to be humiliated because they're a bad person? Would it make it all of a sudden not okay because, oh, they're actually dealing with this horrible mental health, they're dealing with depression, they're dealing with ODD, like they kind of just act like this because of the way they were grown up and their genetics. Does that all of a sudden make it not okay? I just don't think it's okay even in general. Even if this person's perfectly neurotypical and hasn't grown up with trauma, you never actually know, first of all, and second of all, I just don't think it's okay at all. Like, even if someone was just a genuine asshole, they need serious consequences put in place. I don't think it's cruelty. Cruelty is never a fake consequence. I don't care how much of an asshole they are. Like, it reminds me of this one post on Twitter. I don't know if I maybe, like, misremembered it or blah, 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 but there's this one post where this person was like, this person said they told someone that they haven't showered in, like, 6 days or whatever, and that person went, ew! It was, like, an IRL person. They went, oh, yeah, it's because I'm depressed and I have no motivation to take care of myself. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Like, it doesn't matter whether they were depressed or not. Just be kind and understanding. Like, if someone can't shower themselves every day, whether they're disabled or mentally ill, or they're not at all, you shouldn't automatically come in with judgment. You never know what someone's going through. Even if someone doesn't have any mental health problems, if someone doesn't know how to clean themselves properly, you shouldn't even judge that either. Because they probably didn't, they could have grown up neglected. They could have grown up with parents who didn't teach them how to do that stuff, or a school system that didn't teach them how to do that. Like, I don't think it's ever okay to shame someone for that. Like, being all of a sudden like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were depressed and mentally ill. I'm so sorry. Like, it wouldn't be okay even if they weren't. Like, just don't shame people for not having a good smell. Some people can't even control the way their body works, too. I just like, I feel like these posts suck. And there's people in general just need to have more empathy. Somebody said, dude, there are entire subreddits devoted to this, let alone other social media platforms. Then OP commented under that comment, humiliation on the internet is nothing. You could just put down your phone. It needs to be mandated by a court. That's what everybody says about cyberbullying. I even made a joke about that once, but cyberbullying is so much more than that. Because you know there's real people commenting that. Even if you log off of your phone after seeing those comments will still stick with you. And then the person who did that original comment replied to OP, said, they need to be publicly ashamed. They are. Not in that way. Outside of the quotes. And internet shaming has cost people jobs and relationships and has cost businesses tons of money. The point of public shaming is trying to make the target feel sad. OP commented, yeah, but what do you do against someone who has nothing to lose? Then another person said, people who do those crimes on purpose to get famous. And then OP said, I hate it, but I could definitely see an OnlyFans type of platform with people committing crimes on purpose and getting subscriptions. I think there is a platform. There is a platform like that, like in real life. Like, isn't there this one movie called, like, Dare or something? Like, in 2016, where, like, there's this app that pays you money for doing embarrassing shit in public. And then eventually, in real life, there's now this actual platform where you can, like, do certain dares. And I forgot what it was called, but apparently you can get a dare from somebody else on the app who's nearby in your radius, and they'll be like, tap on my head if you walk past me, and then you have to be able to find that person and then tap on their head. But then it could get really creepy from there. So, like, these apps really do exist, by the way. People could probably get paid for committing crimes. 4chan is, like, probably the most degenerate websites that is really popular out there. That website probably has so many racists and fatphobes, everything. So they probably have people getting paid to do shit on there. So it does exist. There's these, on Reddit, there's these type of subreddits for celebrities, any type of celebrity that exists out there. Snarks. They're called snark subreddits. And you could type in r/insert celebrity name and snark at the end. If that exists, that is a subreddit dedicated to cyberbullying a celebrity or a top internet influencer. And what sucks is that with these subreddits, a lot of people like to justify the slander in these subreddits, being like, oh, well, these people are bad people, so we should be allowed to slander them and cyberbully them. Like I said, it doesn't excuse it. You're just becoming basically a worse degenerate than the person you're bullying. Because at that point, it doesn't matter that they're a bad person, you're still cyberbullying. They could be the worst person known to mankind. It's still ultimately cyberbullying. It's just that a lot of the people you think that deserve it don't actually deserve it. Like, cyberbullying politicians, sure, bro, go ahead, I guess. As long as you're not doxing them or, like, threatening their lives, because that's against the law. And also morally, kind of iffy. It's still... You're still stooping low to get towards an evil person. I just always thought, like, even if they're the worst person in mankind, I feel like stooping to a level of low to get back at them or whatever for doing bad, I just don't think I could ever do that. Like, there's apparently people, like, out there punching cops. And I think cops, all of them, whether they're nice people or not, they're part of a bastardized system. But would I ever punch a cop? No. I think they're all bastards, yes. But do I understand that they're all fucking human beings? Yeah. But, you know, like, if a cop started, like, assaulting people, yeah, I'd punch them back. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to... But if somebody else punched a cop, I'd be like, I'm not going to do that. But also, I'm not going to, like... I'm not going to be like, don't do that, you know? I'm just going to be like, I wouldn't do that. But if you want to do that, sure. But yeah, no, I agree. All cops are bastards. They all suck. And if you willingly go into the cop occupation, no, you don't deserve death. And no, you don't deserve mental torment for the rest of your life, but... Why the fuck are you a cop? Like, seriously. Like, there's many other ways you can help the community and bring good and peace to the world, but being a law enforcement officer in this world is just not right. Because you're part of an already corrupt system, and you can't decorrupt it unless you're actively not a part of it, you know? Damn, what the fuck were we talking about? I don't even feel tipsy anymore, too. And we are almost at 3 hours and 30 minutes. Guys. That was crazy. I went off. I don't know. Like, would I treat a cop absolutely inhumanely? Like, in a very degenerative way? No. But will I see a cop being harassed for the occupation that they voluntarily chose? And be like, stop doing that? No. I would not. Because, low-key, they should stop doing that. Like, why are you a cop? Like, I don't think cops deserve death or torment, but you chose that occupation and you could always quit it. You can always do something else for your community that isn't being a cop. I'm just not the type to punch a cop. I couldn't. I'm too scared of them. Like I said, I don't think I told that story about how I was pulled over wrongly. Maybe I did. So I was driving home from work. Oh shit. I was driving home from work. And, you know, I'm scared of cops. You know, I've heard about all the horrible things they've done to black and brown people. I'm fucking scared of them. And also, I'm of Mexican descent. So just because I'm white, I'm not, like, insusceptible to, like, their systemic racism. You know? So, yes, I'm scared of them. And then the cops helping ICE officers out with finding people and, like, taking them into their ICE camps. So, I haven't had, like, a horrible experience with a cop, but I've just, like, had secondhand paranoia from, like, the stories I've heard from other people. So, but the first time I got pulled over by a cop, I remember it was the night where I had, like, a late night call with No Mouth, and I was telling them about my experience. I got rightfully pulled over. I'm not even going to say the reason, but I wasn't technically going for the law. I wasn't following the law technically. But the second time I got pulled over, I was heading home from work, and it was after 9 p.m. And then there was a sign, and I was trying to turn right. And it said, no turn on red. And then there was a tiny sign under it on the light post saying, when children are present. There was no children present. Because it was 9 p.m. So I turned right and I got pulled over. And I actually looked around me. I was hyper aware of my surroundings. So I was like, there better not be a cop. I looked around. I really didn't think there was a cop. And I got pulled over, not by an undercover cop, like just a straight up squad car. So I got pulled over. I called my dad and I was like, Dad, I got pulled over for no fucking reason. Bro, it said no turn on red when children are present. There are no children. And he's like, okay, calm down. You gotta get your ID and insurance out. So then I was like, and then I had to shush him because I'm like, oh shit, the cop's here. So the cop walked up to my window. He was like, hey, I don't think he asked, you know, why I pulled you over. I think he was just, hey, how are you doing? And I'm like, good. I wasn't crying yet, actually. I cried more towards the end of our interaction. He was like, Well, the reason why I pulled you over was because you turn on red when it said no turn on red. And then I had to refute because I'm like, I've seen these body cam videos where people get wrongfully pulled over and inspected. And I need to, like, say my rights. I need to see what I saw. And I said, but there was a sign that said no turn on red, but when children are present. And he's like, that doesn't matter. Let me see your ID and insurance. So I think the law is that whether or not you did anything wrong, or they have you for an actual crime, or if they have you wrongfully pulled over, you still have to give your ID insurance. So I got out my ID, and then I pulled out my health insurance card. He's like, no, I need your car insurance. And I was like, oh, fuck. Because I was so shaken. My dad was still on the phone call. He was on speaker. So he's like, and I was still trying to look for it. I was like, where is it? So he went back to his car, ran my ID, and then I kept ranting to my dad. I was like, dude, he pulled me over when it said no turn on red when children are present. He's like, okay. So then I got out my ID, or insurance, and I gave it to him. He looked at it. He brought me my ID back, and he's like, okay, so I'm going to let you off with a warning. Blah, blah, blah. I don't remember what else it was. He's like, I'm going to let you off with a verbal warning. So I wasn't ran in the system or anything. And I was like, okay. And then that's when the tears started streaming down my face. I was like, okay, thank you. Have a good day. And then I'm like, thank you. Because I'm like, thank you for not giving me a ticket, even though you could have. But then I would have had to go on to court and fight it. And then my dad on the phone call was like, oh, thank you. And then I think he also asked, like, this is a family car, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Stop asking questions. Anyways, in my head, I'm scared of cops. So he's like, you have a good night. And he's like, and then he started crying. He's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just need to take a breather. She's like, okay, you have a good night. So then he pulled off. And then I told my dad, I was like, look up the law right now. I was like, look it up. If the sign says no turn on red when children are present, can I turn when there are no children present? He looked it up and it was true. That sign is only true for when it's school hours. Like when kids are getting out of school and kids are around the crosswalk. It was 9 fucking p.m. and this cop said to me, I'm going to let you off with a warning. Like I did something wrong. He said, in his words, that doesn't matter, I need to see your ID. And when he came back, he said, I'm going to let you off with a warning. He did not want to admit he was wrong. That's what pisses me off. I'm like, can't you at least say, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that there was a sign there. Either you didn't realize there was a sign there or you just didn't know the law. But cops never want to admit they're wrong. They got an ego on them. So ultimately, I looked at the law. Yes, bitch. I was in the right. I had a right to turn there. It was 9 in the night. And he didn't want to admit he was wrong. And even my dad agreed. He was like, yeah, he probably just didn't want to say he was wrong. Because, like, last time I had to call my mom when I was getting pulled over. Because I'm not going to be alone when I'm getting pulled over. I need to have a witness. So, that's what happened. I was like, no, I was not in the wrong for that. And this dude had to scare me and ruin my night by pulling me over. At least that night, my night wasn't ruined over that one because I knew I was in the right. But that was so dumb. Like, you did not have to go through all that. Also, this house is so fucking bright. Yes, ice seems scary as hell. I feel so bad for the poor families who are separated and for their family members getting deported to another country. And there's literally children alone in these centers. It's so awful. And if you've seen videos of these ICE officers, they look scary. It's also just like, I know it's a very dark topic, but it's also funny to see their necks. Their necks are just thick. The rest of their body's thin as hell. They only work out their neck muscles. So like if you knock them over, if you tip them over, the body balance ratio, like if there's a lot more weight in their neck than their legs, they're gonna fall over like a doll. Push over your local ICE officers, I'm telling you guys. It truly is fuck ICE. 42 in the first floor, while outside there's 6. Oh shit, you had to go around the whole property? Because that's a lot of... I feel like I had to do a lot of, like... outside decoration, too. Like, there's all these, like, backyard patio chairs. Also, yeah, for a mansion this big, the backyard is low-key kind of small. Where's the pool, though? Okay, no, there is, like, a fountain at the front, but it's technically not a pool. Yeah, that it is 80% water. It's like we're on a moat or something. I don't actually know what a moat is. Let me stop using that word. Why are there fireworks? Happy New Year! I was actually not expecting to go past 3. I thought I was gonna, like, pass out by now. Like, not in a drunk way, but in a, like, I'm sleepy, I gotta go. Like, no, like, I'm feeling good right now. I think I'm just gonna have to go. Cause I mean, I could talk forever. I really could. I can make this a 6-hour stream if I want, but I mean, I was gonna end at 3 hours. It is 3.5 hours, and I've been on this game this whole day. I think I have a screenshot of when Freddy first joined, so I don't even think this game was made around Christmas. I think they added Christmas decorations for the season, and then they forgot to remove them for, like, the rest of the year. Here we go, Freddy with the face tracking again. I'm scared. I may just set that up for next stream for myself. I'm just gonna have to get a better face. Hold on, let me check the time that I started playing this game. Okay, flip my iPad. Where's my photos at? Because I take way too many screenshots. So I took plenty today. Oh, okay, so at 1:51 p.m. my time, I saw that you joined Freddy. And it is now 11:26 p.m. my time. So that's like... I had to count on my fingers. That would be 10 hours. If we stayed on till 11:51 my time. What the skibbity? What the skibbity? Freddy's gotta stop messing with that photorealistic shit. It's scaring me. Anyways, yeah, we have been on for almost 10 hours. And I was about to say, you know what? I'm gonna make this game run on my iPad after I get off stream, but I still need to, like, go on Project Sakai and stuff and play other games on my iPad. So, once I get off now, I may be off forever. Unless I let this run overnight on my PC. I could do that. Let's see how long we can make this server run for, Freddy. Let's go! Let's make it run for 24 hours! Yes! Isn't there a way to see, I don't know what that means. Anyways. No, I will not be getting off this tycoon once I end stream. This server will be going on for forever! What if there's a limit on how long you could have it open for? Or not open for, but the server. Look at me right now. Are you shaking your head? Freddy's like, we gotta get off now. Freddy's like, we're done. We gotta stop. Alright, Freddie, you better do your goodbye emote because I'm gonna be ending stream now. I feel like whatever more I have to talk about in this whatever fucked up podcast thing, I think we could definitely continue it in a different stream. Well, it is 11:28 p.m. It is May 7th, 2026, and that is it for my Let's Chit Chat streams. We'll be doing another one, sure. I don't know when, but I don't know. We will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.